Hello, fellow MechWarriors, Mage Leader here. Welcome back. We're back for another exciting adventure in MechWarrior 2nd Edition with the Black Sheep Squadron. I am joined tonight by most of our regulars. We have got Zero, Roland, Liz, and Oswald here. Black Lynx is sitting in the background. He's going to be providing things via text as we go through. So how's everybody doing tonight?
Still $1,000,000 shy of being a millionaire.
Ain't
Going
that
in the new house for the first time.
sweet?
Yeah.
So we are missing Lucen tonight. He had a family emergency and could not make it. So Hudson is going to be busy off sucking technician cock or whatever it is he does in his spare time.
And just a reminder, I may be stepping away for a bit later tonight. We'll see.
Yes, his girlfriend might be coming
but
over
not
to
for
visit.
long. Yeah.
With his parents.
Yeah, she's just bringing over a housewarming present. That's all.
Yes.
Lasagna.
Okay.
Housewarming
So
present.
when we left off last time, you guys had managed to successfully destroy the Kiritan steel factory on Styx, along with the lives of many innocent men and women, and possibly child laborers. We're not sure. So you had your first bona fide war crime. It was freaking great. And
Oh, brother.
then we got a letter.
Shameful display!
Yeah.
We got a letter from the clan, which informed James that he would not be getting his daughter back. And you guys have decided that you're going to go for a rescue mission into clan space to try and rescue Susie Eklund. So when last we left off, you guys were waiting for 2 weeks for the jump ship to recharge its jump battery.
New ship name. Jump sheet.
So that has transpired. You have made a couple jumps, and you are now you've made it as far as the Vega system. So what are you guys up to?
Looking for Suzanne.
Well, you're alone.
I have a few things I can do.
Okay.
One of the things I like to do is I wanted to grab a bottle of, whiskey and a couple of snifters and a couple of shot glasses, and go find Val. I have a notebook as well.
Okay. So yeah, you are able to. You head down to the mess hall, the galley rather, because you're on a ship. You go down to the galley, and you're able to rustle up a few things, and you go. Val, where are you at?
I think she's probably in her quarters staring at a medical textbook, but kind of not really reading things because she's
Okay.
kind of got the 1,000-yard stare at the moment.
Okay.
Well, eventually I'm going to find her there, and I'll knock on her door.
Okay.
And then she'll just say it's unlocked.
All right. As Zach comes in carrying, I come bearing gifts.
Oh, okay.
At this,
She's gonna...
Rachel sits up out of her bed and says, "I'll come back later."
Huh? You're all right.
She's already left the room.
Okay. Yeah, I could use a drink.
Sure. Go and pour a couple of.
A man has walked into Val's quarters holding alcoholic beverages. She has left.
Okay. So I wanted to show you this. I was coming up with kind of a lesson plan for you and Hudson because I have fought the clans before, and I was figuring that Gareth and I would be able to train you better. So one of the things I was thinking about doing is maximizing your effectiveness against the clans, especially elementals. Are you familiar with those at all?
I've only heard horror stories.
Well, I mean, shoot them and they die. It's just the point of being able to hit them properly, and having a pulse laser, having pulse lasers like you do, really helps. I just want to. Here's an idea. He goes and rummages through his. He comes up with a work order that he put together. Now this, if you want me to do this, I'll submit this to Annette. And what I like to do is remove the small pulse laser in the Phoenix Hawk's left arm, and a couple of jump jets, and add a medium pulse laser.
Okay, so it's just a large and a medium?
A large and two mediums.
2 mediums. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to affect my mobility?
Well, I mean, you're still going to be able to jump 120 meters. It's just you're going to be jumping 60 less at a time.
Okay.
So you can still jump quite a bit, and you still have really good mobility, just not as much. But you're trading that off for more firepower and more accuracy.
Okay, that's fine by me. I'm just a little worried that, I mean, I totally understand what we're doing here, but this seems almost really dangerous and kind of foolish. I mean,
so?
what if we get caught? I mean, we're screwed if that happens.
Well, that's you have to learn to be a gambler to some point, to a point. But if you're questioning yourself now, I mean, I have faith in you. It's just if you don't, you still have a doctor You still have like a doctorate that you're working on now.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I definitely want to be a mech pilot. It's just that, uh, all this stuff is so different for how things were in the Magistracy. I think things were a lot more peaceful, Marian pirates and slavers notwithstanding. We didn't do with well what we just did, or suicide bombing and all the other crazy things that we've experienced, right?
Hmm. Clan is a little different, but they're really not much more deadly. Yeah, they're really not much more or less crazier than the rest of us.
So
They just express it.
how in the heck are we supposed to deal with them though? I mean, they've got better technology and they're they spend their entire lives planning for this. Granted, you know,
Yeah, but they're all muscle heads, though. You can trick them into catching them on your putting them on your yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
yeah, I
Look what
suppose.
happened. You saw what happened to Tukid.
True. Well, I didn't see it, but yeah, I heard about it. It's more, well, we didn't really have good luck with subterfuge the last time.
Well, I'm gonna be talking to Ethan about that. I think we're getting away. He's thinking of himself in a way that he really hasn't been trained for, and I think he just needs a bit of a gut check on that. And I'm gonna help him out.
Okay.
Just keep with what we're good with, which is being a small unit, high speed, low drag mech unit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go along with it. It's just I have nowhere else to go back to, you know? I'm, yeah. I just don't want to get sent to a re-education camp or something.
Mm, to be honest, I think from what I've seen, I'd rather be at a planet re-education camp than punching out in Karita space. You passed that with flying colors.
Well, I suppose I learned my lesson from the simulator, but at the same time, yeah, we almost got it blown up in a crossfire fight anyway. It's honestly, you feel a little bit safer when you've got 50 tons of weaponry wrapped around you.
Hey, and you did what the best thing you could. You waited until after we got back to the ship to have your freak out. That same, and it sounds like I'm making fun of you, but I'm not. My first time I dropped, I was a mess. I drank myself to sleep for like a week.
Uh,
You're doing fine.
okay. I just got scared is all.
If you want to make this a charisma check or something like that, that's fine. But
All right. So are you trying? You're trying to like actually make her feel better? I'd say,
yeah,
go ahead and give me. How well? Let's let because this is Liz's character.
Hmm.
We'll have this be a social check. What do you think the modifier should be?
Um, what are we trying to accomplish, I guess?
So he's trying to
Just make me feel
make you
better?
feel better.
Okay, probably -2, because, yeah, she,
-2, like it's easy for him to do.
yeah, I'd
Okay.
say so.
All right, cool. Then make a social at -2.
Oh, Daddy, everything's so hard.
I swear to God, Roland.
Let me see here. That's all right, Roland. Easy. So I rolled an 8, and
Okay.
it was a social is 10.
Okay, so at -2,
Okay.
at -2, that means
So-
you needed 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he passes.
Okay.
All right, you feel a bit better.
Okay. And, yeah, she'll take, one of the glasses and, kind of pour a shot and say, yeah,
He'll clink glasses with her.
all right. Well, if push comes to shove, I suppose I can always try a death from above, huh?
Let's not. That's not a very fun thing to do.
And she,
And that will kick your ass.
well, I don't want to break the, I suppose the most valuable thing I have. I don't want to lose it either, but
Your machine is very good at what it does, but taking blows, it being I mean, kicking a Jenner in the shins is fine, but I really wouldn't put a whole lot of melee to that thing.
yeah. Eh. Well, one of these days I gotta tell you how I got that rig.
Yeah, I'm interested. I mean, those things
Well,
don't just fall off of trees.
okay, well, and she'll kind of consider it for a minute. Well, I suppose you're family, so yeah, I can tell you. I got it from my first mission, after I got kicked out. Um, it was actually belonged to a pirate, and so we were at this old Star League colony, I guess you could call it, back in the day. A place called Skyfog, off the Canopian ruins. Um, I was there as a industrial mech operator, and it had been known by interstellar expeditions for like 30 years, I think, at that point. But um, somewhere a pirate jump ship came out, and they sent a drop ship down, a quick draw, and a Phoenix Hawk and a couple demolishers. They were gonna raid the place, right?
Bad
So
news.
yeah, but the thing that they didn't realize is that Skyfog has kind of a thin magnetosphere, and so has really bad radiation storms from time to time. So we just hit underground, and by the time the storm was over a couple weeks later, yeah, they were well and thoroughly irradiated. So um, they
Ouch.
hosted out, deloused, decontaminated the Phoenix Hawk, and well, again, long story short, I chose it rather than mess around with the big fine they had. They just gave it to me as compensation, and yeah, got out of there.
That's a hell of a fine.
Well, so the exact wording of my contract, so just so you're aware, there's a difference between archaeological artifacts and salvage. There's a difference because my contract said I would get 0.85% of the value of any salvage that it was uncovered. Except when you're digging up a site like that, they tend to mark everything as archaeological discoveries. That was
Oh, that's how they get you.
until I helped find and uncovered a damaged dictator dropship.
Ooh, they
Now,
called it archaeological, huh?
well, they couldn't because they had to use that sucker, and there's no way that they could justify. Do you know how much a dictator goes for?
A lot.
750 million brand new. Now, it wasn't new, it had some beat up damage on it and whatnot, but yeah, technically I was owed almost 1% of that, so they just decided to pay me off with a Phoenix Hawk, call it even. And I think I got the better of the deal.
I'll say a mech, just giving you a mech. Hey,
Just don't say anything, because technically I'm still under um, what's the word?
NDA.
Non-disclosure. Yeah.
So secret squirrel stuff. I get it.
Yeah, but you're family. I can tell you, I suppose.
Yeah, I probably won't get drunk and spill it.
All right, and around this time, you guys hear an announcement come over the PA system. It is the voice of Dr. Jason. He says, Mr. Hollister to sick bay, please. Mr. Hollister to sick bay.
All right, I'll head up to sick bay.
All right. So, just for clarity, you guys are at a jump point right now, so everything's zero gravity.
Okay.
Okay.
You get to sick bay, and you find Dr. Jason, who kind of looks up at you as you come in, and he just nods off to the side, and you see a fetal position person floating over one of the beds who appears to have at one time been Hudson, but his face is whiter than a sheet. He's currently wearing a mask with a rather long tube over his face, and while he's still dressed, you can tell that there's some catheters coming out of his trousers. And
Doc, what the hell happened?
well, it looks like he caught something down when he was on Styx. There's a few different contagions that fly around that planet. People who visit it without actually, being properly acclimated. It happens sometimes. It affects different people differently, but we've known to call it the Stygian flu.
Okay, how do I know if I've got it?
Well, you probably don't because the symptoms would have manifested by now. But well, since we're headed into enemy territory, you should probably know that I don't know exactly how long he's going to be out of commission. At the moment, he's vomiting, he's got diarrhea like crazy, terrible fever. I can manage it. He's not in any danger. But he's going to be out of commission probably for a few weeks.
All right. Well, we don't know the timeline of what's going on with the Rosselhoggers. So
Yeah, hopefully he'll be back before then. But
yeah.
probably until we get to Orestes, he's going to be, well, more or less in the condition that you see right now.
Do what you can. Let me know if anything changes.
Will do. All right. Zero, what are you up to?
Well, Gareth is actually, at this point, over the last couple of weeks, he would have been putting the finishing touches on the draft of the book he'd been working on. Now it's ready to send off to whatever publisher will take it, I guess.
Okay. What are the content? Is this your remembrance?
No, this is his memoir.
Okay.
So it details everything from his time. Well, it focuses on specifically his experiences during Operation Revival from 3049 to the very end of 3051. Plus, it adds a chapter of a retrospective on Tukid because he wasn't there.
Okay. Give me a second here. I'm gonna check the character sheets.
Probably one of the earliest examples of a history written of the clan invasion.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's from a clan perspective.
So I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna have you roll 2 different checks. I'm gonna have you do intelligence and charisma.
So mental and charisma, or learning charisma, or what?
No, intuition. I'm sorry.
Okay, so intuition and charisma. So I'm going to need to roll a 6 and a 7, respectively.
Yes. These will be unmodified. So we're checking here to see how technically well your book is written, as well as how compelling it is to read.
Okay, it's a 5. Well, I understand he's going to need a publisher anyway, so they'll help with that.
Right. Well, it's also going to affect how interested publishers are in it. So
okay,
was
well,
that your
5,
was
so that's
which stat was that you were checking there?
that was intuition, so that's a margin of failure of 1.
Okay. Now go ahead and do your charisma.
And that is exactly what I needed for charisma.
Okay. All right. So yes, your manuscript has some. You write it in a compelling way, though your somewhat clinical clan speak has kind of bled into the text a bit, so it will probably need a bit of tightening up to be more palatable to Innersphere readers. But I will say, if you find a publisher, if you send it off to publishers, there's a decent chance I'll roll for it, but there's a decent chance that it'll be picked up by somebody.
Okay. So I guess, well, since Hudson's out of commission, Gareth will be asking Ethan what publisher he recommends, if you would even know.
Yo, Rowan.
Yeah. Tharkad Military Press.
And how would I send that off to them? HPG?
Yes.
And so Gareth just very well. I shall save a copy onto a disk, and I will have it ready to send the moment we have an opportunity to do so.
Okay. So, yeah. Next time you guys land on a planet, you should be able to. Actually, you can probably do that at a jump point. I would imagine. You could connect to the local HPG station, have it sent there. So if you want to,
Sure.
You guys are sitting at a jump point right now. So if you want to, you could send it off.
All right, I suppose we can do that. We just need to find whoever. What they would probably do, I imagine, is send it. They would probably put it on a dropship carrying cargo off to a planet, and then they'll send it to the HPG station on the planet.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works.
Yes. You can do
Because
that.
otherwise, they're sending like.
Yeah. You can't really send that sort of thing over the regular comms. So yeah, it would need to be transferred physically to the planet, and then from there to the HPG station. So you can do it that way, or you could wait until you make planetfall somewhere.
I think it would be more secure to wait until they arrive planetfall,
Okay.
just to make sure nobody loses it or tampers with it.
Okay.
Because otherwise, it's just a floppy disk. Stuff can happen.
Alrighty then. Ethan, is there anything you were looking to do?
At this point, I'm just gonna get to run more familiarization checks with the penetrator.
Okay. So yeah, you go down to the mech bay, and as you're walking through, give me a mental check. I believe that's what perception is derived from. It's mental.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Note that if you're doing a perception check but you don't have the perception skill, you have to roll it 3 times and you take the 2 lowest dice.
Motherfucker.
Yes.
What'd you roll? Snake
You got
eyes.
snake eyes?
Yep.
You suck. All right.
Oh no.
What? Yuki.
So yeah, you don't notice shit. Fortunately for you, Annette is nearby, and
In fact, I would guess that if you roll the snake eyes, you're like you aren't like you're not sure if the computer isn't glitching on you.
yeah, you have some ringing in your ears, and you're not sure exactly why. But as you're walking toward the penetrator, you do notice Annette is actually over by the Corsair Bay, and is doing some work over there with Mark. And every couple minutes, she keeps kind of glancing over at the bulkhead where like the launch ramp is.
Yeah.
But that's all that you really notice.
I'll look over to the launch ramp.
It looks perfectly normal. But if you are you gonna walk any closer or?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you walk closer, you can kind of see what's getting her attention. There's the sound of welding from that bulkhead.
Okay, has anybody seen the captain?
And it's like,
Has anybody seen James?
well, I saw him this morning, but he's kind of just doing his regular thing, just walking around, diving into vents and bulkheads like he always does. I don't know what he's working on back there, but hopefully it's something to make the doors open a little bit better, because they were a bit sluggish on the last deployment. And that Mark kind of looks over and is like, yeah, I almost clipped my vertical stabilizer on the way out.
That would have been
Oh,
expensive.
in these days.
Well, I could have still done what I needed to do, but it would have been a repair.
All right, I'm gonna get myself into the bulkhead and find James.
So there isn't any access to this particular bulkhead that you can see in the immediate area.
I'm just gonna knock on the bulkhead. James, James.
The welding sounds stop, but there is no reply.
Who summons me?
And then about 5 minutes later, you kind of stand there in the silence for a bit. A few minutes later, James actually walks by, covered in grease, going from one bulkhead to another, and climbs into another vent and goes inside another bulkhead, just kind of humming and whistling to himself.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna ignore that.
Annette shrugs, is like, it's probably fine. I trust him.
Yeah, yeah. I think after that head injury, my Ethan's threshold for weird has gotten a little stronger.
It's like, he hasn't let us down yet.
All right, so I'm just gonna go mount up in the penetrator and start running some uh, drills.
Okay. I will take your practice into account when I do silly things with your penetrator later on.
Okay.
All right.
Phrasing.
No, that shit was intentional, motherfucker.
I knew that.
Okay. So all that's going down. Is there anything anyone else wants to do for the next few hours, or?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to Gareth. I wanted to go find Gareth.
Okay.
Bring
All
him
right.
up. Hey. Got a second?
Half, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
Well-
Before we continue, location.
Where would he be?
I suppose he would have just been coming out of his quarters with the floppy disk or whatever it is containing the draft of his book.
Okay. He is coming out of his quarters.
All right, well, we can have the conversation on the way. So I was thinking, since you and I have a lot of experience fighting the clans, that it should be up to you and I to come up with a syllabus for training Hudson and Val in anti-clan tactics.
My thoughts exactly, sir.
Sounds good. Well, we can come up with a syllabus, and we'll do a ton. Probably have like 2 or 3 hours a day. Run through some drills.
Sounds about right.
Okay. All right. Slap on
Of
the shoulder,
course.
and I'll keep going. What?
He also adds, I'm not sure how helpful that will be against the wolves. It is one thing when your foes are following Zelbergen. The wolves have not been known to follow Zelbergen against spheroid adversaries.
We should train them to understand it anyway. But a lot of this is going to be on tech, and especially elementals, because they don't have any. There's really no doctrine for fighting them yet in the inner sphere. At least not when. No, that when I was with Avion.
I know a few tricks on how to deal with them.
Sounds good.
All right. And as you guys are concluding your conversation, you actually hear and feel something a little bit odd. There is a decided chunk sound, and the entire ship kind of shudders for a moment.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, we lose.
That did not sound good.
Over the PA,
James,
Captain Eklund to the bridge! Captain Eklund to the bridge! So, you hear clang, ow! And James digs himself out of a nearby bulkhead and pushes himself off and starts floating in the direction of the bridge.
What's? I guess if we're around, I'll go float with him. And like,
Okay.
the hell was that?
He says, well, it didn't feel good. I'm hoping it's not what I think it is. He gets up to the bridge. Hey, Richard, what's going on? He's like, something's gone wrong with the docking collar. We've broken loose of the jump ship.
Oh shit.
He's like, god damn it. And he's like, I repaired that. Like, that should have been in pristine condition. There's no reason why we should have broken free. What happened? Does anyone on the jump ship have any visual? Well, that's the thing. And he kind of points over at Yukiko, and she's like, all I've got on the comms is static. I can't seem to raise anybody.
I guess I'll look out the window at the jump ship to see what the hell's going on.
Yeah, you can see the jump ship is getting gradually further and further away. You aren't moving very fast, but you are separated from it, and you're drifting away.
And our comms aren't down.
I don't like this.
Richard takes the helm controls, and he starts trying to maneuver. He's like, it's too much for the small thrusters. We'd have to do a little bit of main engine burn. He reaches down, and he flips the switches and tries to fire the main engines, and the ship does not respond. It says,
Yeah,
Captain, we're
Yeah.
dead. We're dead in the water right now. It's like that shouldn't be possible. Like one or two things failing, I could understand, but there's no way my ship's dead. Someone's fucking with my ship. And he pushes himself away from his console and heads toward the exit of the bridge.
Did we get saboteured again?
I am going to head to my quarters to grab.
Gareth watches the captain go, and he quips, "Whoever's responsible had better hope that he finds him before I do."
I guess I'll go to the main intercom since nobody else is doing it, and I'll hit the main address the entire ship.
Yep.
And see a rig ship for General Quarters 3 and possible intruder alert.
The klaxon starts to blare, and you get some acknowledgement signals from around the ship as everybody goes to their duty stations.
Okay.
Well, granted, technically, Gareth's duty station would be his mech cockpit. Not that would be that useful.
We lost Liz in Tabletop Sim. Where'd she go?
Although,
Liz?
Did it time out? Oh, God. Why did it do
Disconnected,
that?
yeah.
Did you
Although-
walk away for a second?
Gareth does.
No, I've been sitting here.
if someone's close enough, they might hear Gareth mutter, "Would that work?" Meg, I'm not sure if the math would check out.
All right, Richard's close enough. He says, "What's on your mind, Clanner?"
Well, if we needed a bit of extra thrust, would it be possible to rig up the jump jets from our battle mechs to provide the needed thrust to adjust our course?
No, definitely not. If our verniers aren't enough to adjust our course, the battle mech jump jets aren't powerful enough.
Yeah, there's probably not enough thrust.
It's a good idea, though, but I'm afraid it's just we need more horsepower than that. We need main engines.
He shrugs and he says, "And this is why I'm warrior cast and not scientist cast."
Well, I appreciate you trying to help.
Someone's gonna have to go EVA, but I mean, he's gonna hit the intercom button. He said, "Say, Mark, whatever his last name is, to the bridge, please."
You got it, boss. A minute later, he comes through the door and is floating in front of you on the bridge. What you need?
Well, the ship is dead in the water. Would you mind going, taking your ship out and you're trying to get the attention of the jump ship? See if you can raise them.
You got it, sir.
If you have to, do a flyby on the bridge.
All right. So he starts floating down, and
If we get stuck in their hyperspace bubble, we may be in trouble.
Ethan, are you still down in the mech bay?
I'm down in the mech bay. I'll be getting out of my mech, headed to grab a weapon.
Okay. So you see Mark boarding up his Corsair and starting to fire it up, and the catapult system picks up his fighter and sets it into position. And you see James going by in his EVA suit, and Annette actually comes up to him and seems to be asking questions about the bulkhead doors. And you see James go white as a sheet.
Uh-oh.
James, were you not working on the bulkhead doors earlier?
No, I haven't touched them in weeks.
Fuck.
Oh, this one definitely.
I'm
Oh,
going to find.
you guys are lucky I just rolled an 11. James pushes himself off toward the emergency shutdown button on the catapult and smacks it just as Mark starts to fire up his engines. And the whole thing powers down and kind of settles back down. The canopy on the Corsair opens. Mark pops up and says, "The hell's going on?" He says, "The bulkhead doors, there's something wrong with them. I don't think they're gonna open. You launch now, it's gonna shoot you directly into the side of the ship."
Oh, God.
That much fuel and ordnance. Oh,
Kaboom.
Mark's face gets very pale. He's like, "Okay, I guess I'm grounded then."
yeah.
All right, well,
Meanwhile,
we're gonna need-
Gareth is already starting to search the ship, basically everywhere he can get, and he's got his laser pistol drawn.
the best weapon to use in Zero G.
I'm headed. James says, "I'm headed out." He
All right.
attaches his helmet. He grabs. He has a rifle slung over his shoulder, and he pushes off toward the nearest airlock.
Yep.
He goes and gets in the airlock, and says, "I'll be in touch via short-range comms." And
Be careful out there.
you got it.
Yeah. And I'm going to get with our infantry, and we're going to start searching. We're going to go from the bottom up.
All right. So you guys go, and your infantry squad, you search the entire ship, and as far as you can tell, there's nothing out of the ordinary inside the ship.
Well, someone's there.
How did this happen?
Someone hitched a ride from Styx.
So you hear over your communicators, James, as he's kind of huffing and puffing from moving around the exterior of the ship. He's like, "Well, somebody has welded shut the exterior bulkhead doors for the fighter catapult. The main cargo bay doors are also welded shut. And it looks like, yep, long-range comms antenna has been completely removed. So,
Look, we can't find anybody here.
we're adrift and we have no way to get in touch with anybody. I'm heading toward the main engine, see what's wrong with them."
All right.
Anybody else trained in EVA?
Annette
What is that?
kind of raises her hand and says, I can do EVA if he needs help with mechanical stuff out there, but well, first we need a diagnosis on what's wrong, and he'll know that better than I will."
The jump ship should know something's wrong.
Yeah, they probably should.
If they try, if they try jumping with us kind of half-ass attached, they could miss jump.
Well, you're not attached to the ship. You are free of the ship, and it is getting
No, but we're
the jump
close
ship
enough,
is
yeah.
getting smaller and smaller all the time. And James comes over the comms and says, "Oh, well, here's part of our problem. Somebody put a short burn retro rocket and welded it to the side of our ship. That's what's been pushing us away for the past..."
All right, Mage. It's who could have lugged that on board and kept that quiet.
Yeah, this is getting a bit ridiculous.
Who indeed?
God damn it.
Do we have a traitor in our midst?
Fucking Nekakami.
What?
Spirit cats.
Oh God, Garrett. I mean,
We
Zach
have a-
goes white.
We've got a goddamn ninja on board.
You're kidding. What?
Mage, should I roll something to see if Gareth finds anything, because he's been searching on his own?
I'll save you the trouble. You're not going to find anything on the inside of your ship.
And he doesn't have EVA equipment, so...
Well, if he brought on a goddamn self-contained retro rocket, then he probably has he can have a Kage suit for all we.
It's a little early for a Kage.
So, James comes back over and says, "Hey, Yuki, can you get some eyes on with the external sensors and get a look at some of the ships that are over by the jump ship before we float too far away from visual range?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll take a look and see what I can find out. Stand by." And give me just a minute to double check something here, because I want to make sure that I get this information correct.
It's 4 years early for the Kage. The first suit of light battle armor to actually enter service in the inner sphere would have just done so, and it's the Grey Death Scout armor.
Give me a second.
Well, not counting the Tornado and Nighthawk suits, but I don't think those are EVA capable.
They have a jump jet. I don't see why we're large enough potatoes for that, because Nikokami is very, very short, small number. I don't know why we would be.
So Yuki comes back over the comms and says, "There's a few things over there. It's a little weird. There's a smaller dropship that isn't attached to the jump ship at all. It's just kind of floating there. It definitely has some markings on it. Give me a second to cross-reference, see if I can figure it out."
Sorry, just disconnected again. 1 second.
That's okay.
And before
Don't
the
need
telescope, and before the telescope explodes.
It does not. Give me just a moment here.
We need to hire a dedicated chief of security.
I should have had this information already. Give me a second.
Oh wait, I forgot there was another light suit available, the Infiltrator. But who the fuck uses the Infiltrator?
Not for a job like this.
So the dropship's got markings on the back end of it. It appears to be 2nd Legion of Vega.
They sent people after us. Oh dear.
Do you know whose old unit the 2nd Legion of Vega was?
The Legion of Vega, keep in mind, those are the guys, those were like the penal units of the DCMS.
Yes, but specifically, do you know who was the former commander of the 2nd?
Adolf
Wasn't that-
Hit. No.
Let's say, wasn't that Theodore Kurita's unit?
That was Theodore's old unit.
Nice.
Is there any way that we can catch up with them, board them, kill them, and take theirs?
Well, not without engine power.
Okay, how do we fix this issue? Is it just that the engines are damaged, or are they just not? Are they broken, or?
Well, to answer your question at this time, James comes back aboard through the airlock, pops off his helmet, and he says, "They've cut our engines off."
You're gonna hear that.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. We cut off the engines, we have no communications, we have no way to reach them. What the hell are we supposed to do?
And he says, hold on. I might have an idea."
I'm asking out a character, Mage. You've kind of cut off every option we have.
Don't worry about it, guys. We've got this, okay? Trust me. So James goes he goes up to the bridge and he comes back down a few minutes later and he says, "All right, so here's the situation. Engine lines have been cut. I might be able to fix it. It'd probably take us a long time, but that's an option. However, there is something else that might give us a shot here."
I'm all ears.
They welded shut the cargo bay doors and the fighter bay doors, but they didn't have time to weld shut the mechs. So those doors can still open. We can deploy our battle mechs.
Excuse me.
And jump capable mechs.
Now, we are adrift, but we're adrift in a very specific direction.
Okay.
So here's the thing. We're currently aboard what is ostensibly a Confederate-class ship, and we are in the Vega system. It's a major trade hub for the Draconis Combine. This place has had a lot of traffic over the years, and the jump point has got an asteroid field nearby, which we're currently drifting into. I calculated our course. We're not really in much danger of crashing into anything. However, other people have. And probably about 2 hours, we're going to be over an asteroid called K8. K8 was the site of a dropship crash a couple hundred years ago of a Confederate ship.
Okay.
Oh no, I know what he's talking about now.
If any of that ship's engines are still intact,
We can salvage the engines and repair the Armistead.
exactly.
How are we supposed to get the ship down there to get fixed?
We can't, but we're drifting slow enough. We're able to counteract the motion of that retro rocket to the point where we're drifting very, very slowly. Not enough to reverse course. We're almost out of maneuvering fuel as it is. But we can pass by slow enough that if you guys can deploy, and I can give you a 48-hour window to return.
Okay.
I mean,
What about-
what else we got?
Altitude-
What other options do we have?
Altitude's low enough, you guys can be tethered to the dropship while you deploy. That'll allow us to winch your mechs back up.
Sounds like fun.
At the moment, I think you should be worrying about getting that antenna hooked back up and calling for a mayday.
Well, that's the thing. They removed the antenna.
Yeah.
It's not broken, it's gone. And while I should definitely probably have a spare for the future, I wasn't expecting someone to steal the whole goddamn antenna. I have replacement parts for the antenna, but I can't build a whole new antenna out of the spare parts. I don't have that many. Besides that, with their ship hovering around the jump ship, I'd be willing to bet that nobody's going to come to our rescue anyway.
Okay, well, let's stop talking about it and do it.
Yeah.
You said you're gonna be able to. You're gonna be able to winch me down as well.
Yep. So those of you who have jump jets, this will be pretty easy. The rest of you will have to winch
Yay.
down fairly slowly. But I think I know exactly where the crash site is. I can get you probably within a kilometer or so. Just keep in mind it'll be vacuum and low gravity.
Right.
Okay.
Zach is gonna take a look over it. He's gonna look over at Val. You up for this, kid?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was not expecting this turn of development. Yeah, this should be... Karita's a bunch of jackasses. Let's do it.
Okay. So, you guys get boarded up on your mechs, and about 2 hours later, they clear out the mech bay. Everything that's loose gets locked down. The pressure differential gets equalized, and the doors open. And those of you with jump jets can make a PSR,
All right.
What is that?
pilot skill
Balancing
roll.
roll.
Okay.
Is there a modifier?
No, I'll just have it be a straight roll, I think.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I only need 2. Well, I got an 11, but I only needed 2, so it was basically
needed-
guaranteed anyway.
I needed 4. I got a 10.
Bullshit boxcars.
Damn.
I got
God
11.
damn,
Nice.
Roland.
Hey,
Okay.
piloting! Give yourself a skill point for piloting.
I dab on the way down.
Yeah.
Dab in a penetrator.
Imagine for Gareth, it's just the equivalent of doing a hover drop out of the drop ship.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this
I'm the only
this
one
probably
here
isn't
that
the
doesn't
first
have
time
jets.
that Gareth has
Oh, yeah,
done
Gareth's
this
done it
type of
multiple
deployment.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's just Zach's Centurion that's getting levered down.
Okay. So you guys can deploy anywhere within 5 hexes of this side of the board over here.
All right. Okay. All right. So. 2. Never mind. What are the rules for moving in low gravity like this? I know that we're gonna have a hard time dissipating heat. We have to actually fire weapons.
So there are rules for it. I've got some that I'm setting up here. So the basic gist of it is you guys are in low gravity. So your movement points for running and walking are both reduced by 1. Your jumping, however, is you have 2 extra hexes of jump.
Neat.
If you
we have to
run,
make-
if you run or jump, it's going to be a PSR. and I'm going to say that you're essentially the way heat dissipation works in a vacuum means that your heat sinks are less efficient. I'm going to set it at the equivalent of having lost 2 of your heat sinks.
Oof.
Okay, so or two single heat sinks or 2 double heat sinks, does it matter?
Two of your heat sinks.
Okay, so that means I have a heat capacity of 16. Understood.
Okay.
But it also means I can jump up to 11 hexes, and it's a pulse saving roll. Okay. So...
yeah, I'll have it be an unmodified PSR. Other than, like, if your mech is damaged, obviously those modifiers still apply.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys have landed down. You guys can each have a phase of movement to try and get eyes on the wreck site.
All right. So I guess I will. All right. Well, I'm gonna jump then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And of course, do a PSR. Although it doesn't matter because I'm basically gonna succeed no matter what I roll.
I see it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm okay.
All right.
Ethan,
So-
you gonna drive?
Yeah, I already moved.
So
Did it?
you
Why
guys get a look at the wreck site, and there is definitely wreckage of a crashed dropship here. But one thing that's a little bit odd is that it doesn't look quite like a wreck anymore. There's like conduits and tubes running out of it. And there appear to be like external generators hooked up to the outer shell.
Someone's turned it into a base.
A space base.
And around this time, give me a second here. While I pull this up.
And I thought we weren't gonna have any, battle tech today.
Well, we're down a pilot, so...
You thought.
Yeah, we were down a pilot.
That's their first problem, so we thought.
Okay, there's
A couple
that.
episodes ago, we went in without thinking, and look where that got us.
There.
Mhm.
What's that cube? Oh, never mind. Oh! Okay, that changes things.
What now?
So
That's a clan mech.
3 battle mechs emerge from the entryway of the dome, one after the other. The first one is here. The second one jumps up. Give me a second while I make his PSR, see if he makes it.
Fail.
He fails.
He succeeds.
falls on his head, crack-
He succeeds.
crack open the cockpit,
Lands there.
that's it.
And then walking up into this position, you kind of see the top half of this funny looking guy pop up.
And Gareth would recognize that immediately because, he is a clanner.
Is that what it's supposed to be, or is that a stand-in mage?
That's what it's supposed to be.
Oh my god.
Gareth confirmed with me that that's a goddamn puma.
We know it as an adder among the clans, but sir.
Yet.
What's the plan?
What markings do we
Black
see?
Chief actual.
You got any markings?
Markings? What do you need?
Yes.
For what?
Markings on the mechs. Do they have markings
Yeah.
on them?
Oh,
Do they have Krita insignias? Or
they do not. They have very ramshackle paint jobs. In fact, the adder appears to have... Gareth, you would recognize this. It appears to be in smoke jaguar colors.
Oh, no.
Hmm.
Totally not
There he is.
bandits.
I wonder.
Yeah, it looks like pirates.
With a smoke jaguar bondsman.
Possibly.
Disgraceful.
Well,
For the pirates or for the smoke jaguars?
Gareth, would you would you care to call them out, clan style?
So there is a squawk over
exactly.
an open channel Incoming battle mechs, stop where you are. Not one step closer.
All right. We're not here to hurt you.
What in the hell are you guys doing here? How did you find us?
Well, we came looking for. We thought this was a dropship crash site. We came looking for to salvage
Oh,
engine couplings for our dropship, which is damaged.
is that so? Well, I'm afraid you can't have that dropship. That's kind of ours now. Who are you guys anyway?
Registered mercenary companies, Black Sheep Squadron.
Black Sheep Squadron. Oh, you're the guys that the comms have been going nuts over for a while.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What now?
Oh, these guys know who we killed the bounty hunter.
Oh. Well, maybe we can do some trading then.
So, is that Canopian chick down there with you?
My God. Hey, watch it, Cal.
So is her dad.
Oh.
Broadcast that out over the comms? Oh, damn.
I kind of like that. I kind of like these.
That goes over the comms, and there is very dead silence over every comm channel.
Yeah, Gareth does a double take and he says, "Excuse me, did I miss something?"
Oh, God damn it.
And then Val is gonna,
Flabbermouth.
over a closed channel, gonna say, "Are we talking these guys, or are we shooting them down? Because suddenly I'm in a very bad mood."
I'll key over to Val's personal frequencies. We might be able to talk our way out of this one.
Copy.
So we don't want the whole dropship. We just need the engine couplings.
Engine couplings, and you see the Panther turn and kind of look up. The dropship is kind of hovering overhead, very slowly floating across. He says, "Oh, yeah, it's all starting to add up now. We got a comms repeater over at the jump point, and we do that to kind of monitor the DCMS comms just to see if anyone's looking for us. They were talking about you guys a lot this morning. There were rumors of something called Dest."
Yeah,
God,
I was afraid of that.
what did we do to get Dest sicked on us?
Well, they mentioned Styx a lot. You guys been there recently?
Yeah. Wait a second. What we did on Styx is not enough to get Dest on our ass.
Well, maybe, maybe not. I wouldn't
Blew up
know.
a
I wasn't
refinery.
there.
We blew up a refinery.
At any rate,
The
you guys don't
Styx
seem
refinery?
Oh, God.
Isn't
Yeah.
that like one of their biggest ones? Like one of their main ones?
Yeah.
Well, that might be your answer. Well, listen. We don't have any real quarrel with you. Sounds like you don't like the DCMS as much as we do. I tell you what, you keep your mechs back there. Have one of your guys walk up here, and we can talk.
I'll key over to private frequency to Ethan's. Let me do it, boss. I don't have jump jets. If anything happens, it's just me that's down.
No, it's my responsibility. I'm the commander.
Yeah, and you also have jump jets. It's easier for you to get back than me.
So, we'll make this a little easier on you guys. And you see the Griffin turn around and walk back inside the base, followed by the Panther. And as he goes inside, you hear over the comms, "All right, Kanto, keep an eye on them. If they move so much as a muscle, you'd start opening up." And you hear a very gruff voice say, "F, sir."
Oh, yes, he does have a. Yes, they do have a bondsman.
All right, so who's coming
Well, I'm
forward?
gonna take the initiative. Okay, I'm gonna take the initiative, and I'm gonna move over to this dude.
That's my mech.
That's the wrong mech.
Where, God damn it!
Mine's a quick draw.
Where the hell am I?
Also,
Okay.
didn't our commander say he's going to do this?
Yeah, he did.
You're just going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, you
Sorry to
walk
ask
and
forget this information.
all right. You walk forward and you notice the adder's guns are tracking you the whole way, but it is not opening fire.
Okay, my missile ports are closed.
Okay. So you are able to successfully make it to the dome. As you pass by the adder, it stops tracking you and swivels back out toward the open ground, watching your lance mates.
Okay.
The doors to the dome airlock open up. All right. You walk inside. They close behind you. The interior doors open up after the pressure is equalized, and you are standing directly in front of the Panther and the Griffin. They all have their weapons trained on you, and they say, "Power down, hop out."
Okay, I will do that.
All right. So you step out of the cockpit of your mech and climb down, and they immediately about 5 dudes with guns come up. They search you. They take your weapons off of you.
I didn't come down with any.
Okay. So yeah, they search you for weapons, and then the Panther cockpit opens up, and a rather rough-looking gentleman comes out. His head is shaved completely bald. He looks like he's missing an eyebrow. He's got a nasty scar going from the right jaw all the way up across his left eye, and then curling back down around again to his left ear, half of which has been cut clean off.
Let's say that's like a surgery scar there.
It looks like somebody hit him with a very nasty weapon of some variety. It gives you a crooked grin as he walks up and holds out a hand, and he says, "Name's Jake."
Zach.
Yeah. So, Black Sheep, huh? You guys,
Yeah.
your reputation precedes you.
Yeah, not a bad little hideaway you got here, I gotta say.
Thanks. Yeah, we're, unfortunately, we're into the commerce raiding business these days.
Okay.
Didn't used to be that way. Had a merc unit of my own once, you know.
Sounds like you went to bad times.
Well, one blown contract when you have just the right amount of debt. Next thing you know, you gotta go on the lam before the debt collectors show up. If I come back with enough to pay off the loan sharks, I might be able to get out of this with my skin.
I don't know. Hey, if you work with anybody I'd know? I used to be with the 12th Star Guard.
No, it's a small unit of my own. We've operated mostly in this sector of space. We did some work in the pre-Rosselhog Republic. We did some for the Draconis Combine. Small things, the type of things I wouldn't admit to. You know how they are about mercs.
Yeah, I get it. So I have a list of things that we're supposed to look for here. They ran ragged on our ship for a bit. I'm gonna pull out a piece of paper because we came down looking with a laundry list of things for the scavenger hunt. So if we can get this, we can be underway. We can pay you, and however you need. We can pay you in supplies. We can pay you in sea bills. Hell, if we can check on your service record with the MRB BC now, we might be hiring on later on. Might be able to swing by and pick you up at some point.
Oh, well, we got transport covered. That's not a problem. But I'll tell you what. It seems to me like you guys, well, clearly your engines are shot or you wouldn't be down here looking for centuries-old spare parts.
Tell me about it.
But even if you get your engines fixed, you can't just float back to the jump ship. They're going to be watching for that. But I'll tell you what. I know a guy.
You know a guy.
I know a guy. Occasionally, we do have to make some trips for supplies and that type of thing, and, well, we can't just burn away from this asteroid and head down to, Vega 7. That's not gonna work out. So what we've got is a pirate point, and a guy with not the most scrupulous reputation. A guy crazy enough to actually jump from there.
I see what you're saying.
So, I tell you what, we can make a deal here. If you're willing to give me something tangible, you can have your supplies, and I can get you jumped out of here.
All right. Let me go back and talk with the rest of my lance. And, well, I can't. All right. I'll give him like a not an open comm signal, like a comm frequency, but like a guest comm frequency for our network.
Okay. There is one other thing I want to point out that you noticed when you came in. The mechs that walked out were not their only mechs. Now that you're inside, you see they also have a champion.
Ooh, not bad.
It's like, yeah, we tend to keep that one back as a surprise.
That's a surprise, all right. That looks Star League age.
Well, it's not quite that old. At least I don't think so. I don't know. It's been mechathesius to the point where it's not really original anymore. You know how it is.
Yeah. It's the same thing with my Centurion. All right, well, let me get back.
Not bad, he says, about what might be the worst heavy mech in the game.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's my host. I'm working on my charisma scores, okay?
You can see from where you're at that it's armed with an AC-10, 2 medium lasers, 2 small lasers, and an SRM-6.
That's not bad to me.
Bog standard champion loadout.
Yeah, champion 2N.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I am gonna head back and talk to the boss.
Okay. So they let you board your mech up again. He says, yeah, just make sure all your weapons are powered down, aim at the ground, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, I got it. First contact protocol.
Move slow. Our bondsman's a little twitchy, if you know what I mean.
Well, if he's a smoke jaguar, then yeah.
All right. So you are allowed to exit the little base there. And
right,
you
I'm
walk
gonna
your
come
way
march
back over
back.
to your lance.
Okay. Okay. I got some good news, guys. They're willing to trade for the parts, and they don't recommend that we go back to the original jump ship because they've been monitoring the communications with the Drax, and they're looking. They'll be looking for us to come back. So there's a pirate point not too far away, and they have a jump ship that they can call on.
Okay.
So we might feel that we could secure passage through them.
But what do they want for the engine, Complain?
Well, that's what I told them we trade. Trade or seatbelts. We get both.
What do they want in trade?
I'm waiting. I told them I'd come back and tell you guys first.
Out of character reminder, he said he wanted something tangible. I don't think C-bills are going to cut it.
Yeah, tangible. Well, we do have 2 mechs.
They want Gareth.
Or maybe they want Val. You don't know.
They did ask about her. All right, ball's in your court. They're waiting for you to call.
All right. So I will give them a call.
Okay. So I won't game this out necessarily, but he basically agrees to meet you with his mech out in the center.
Okay.
So the Panther walks out there.
All right.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Gareth is keeping a very close eye on that adder to make sure it isn't doing anything other just watching.
The adder is slowly traversing left and right, kind of just covering the whole area. You do notice that he tends to settle on your quick draw and just kind of hover there for a second each time he passes by.
What, can they smell their own? What the hell?
There's something about the way that you're carrying yourself in that battle mech that seems a little familiar to him. Maybe it's the posture, maybe it's the gait, maybe it's... I don't know, but there's...
I imagine it's the fact that he executed a flawless hover drop.
That probably also has something to do with it, yes.
Is that something that only the clans were able to do in 3052?
Yes, you did come in a lot more cleanly than the other mech, where everyone succeeded, but you made it look stylish when you came in. All right. So the bandit leader there opens a channel, a private channel over to the penetrator. Says, "Well, looks like you guys are in a bit of a fix.
Yes, we are.
I heard the Dest boarded your ship, took out your engines.
Apparently.
You gotta be more careful about the enemies you make there, bud."
Yeah. Didn't realize it was going to be that big of a problem.
Well, you never really know with these kinds of things. I know that they don't like admitting that things that they have blown up. Trust me, I've been on the receiving end of Kuritan bullshit before. Blowing you up would have been too... Well, it would have been admitting that something had actually happened on Styx, but if you were to just have an accident and drift off into space, never to be seen again...
Yeah, that's very true.
So, you need some parts from us. I got good news. We did salvage the engines off of this ship, and we've got them in storage. They're almost entirely intact. There's three out of the 5 engines. They're actually just kind of sitting there in our storage. So, what have you got?
What do you need?
Well, that depends. What have you got? I'll tell you what we don't need. We don't need money at this stage. I've got decent savings piled up, and we're getting a pretty good income going here. But if I want to reestablish my Merc unit at some point, what I'm going to need is hardware. And I know, looking at that mech, that's not the thing you drove when you took down the bounty hunter, so you've got more mechs somewhere, surely.
What do we have for salvaged mechs that are not being piloted right now?
We have the Griffin 1S and Gareth's old Wolfhound.
Yeah, a Griffin 1S and a Wolfhound.
Griffin 1S and a Wolfhound. It's not much, especially for 3 engines, but I could use the firepower, and the 1S is an upgrade to our Griffin. We still have the base model. Tell you what, you give me both those mechs, you can go on your way.
Something else to point out with that Wolfhound, out of character, does it still have the upgrades on it?
Yeah, we can bring it down to its original state. We didn't mention anything about that.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're willing to part with those 2 mechs, I'll give you the engines. I'll get you set up with the pirate point. You guys can go on your way.
2 battle mechs or 3 engines?
You've got a deal.
All right, sounds good. So, how are you gonna get them down?
We'll figure it out.
Understood.
Once you get those engines in place, you ought to be able to.
So,
The question is, do we have the time before the dropship moves out of position to downgrade the Wolfhound?
You have a 48-hour window. I'm going to say at this point you've been down here for about 1 hour.
Okay, how long do you think it would take to down
to swap 10 double heat sinks for 10 single heat sinks from the engine?
That's going to
I've
be
got
more
a
than
question.
that's going to be more than 2 days. Yeah, what's the question?
Alright.
So,
so-
what kind of Draconis Combine ship was like tootling away from us exactly?
Smaller class of dropship. I tried to look up the different classes, but I didn't have time.
It was like a assault boat.
Yeah.
I was about
Okay.
to say I'm willing to bet if this is Dest, it might have been a Vampire, which is a very fast infantry transport.
So
Very rare.
It's probably not possible then to try to bait them down here and then use our combined might to blow their shit up and take what they have and give that instead.
It's
a desk
unlike.
team.
Yeah, it's a small special forces infantry team. You're not gonna
Oh,
get them down here.
Plus, desk agents are mech trained, but they don't, as a rule, they steal mechs. They don't
Yeah.
fight with them.
Oh, they'll fight in mechs occasionally. But
so
it's not
where are
common.
they? Are they linking up with the jump ship or what?
They are currently guarding the jump ship.
Okay, so here's an idea. How about we just go, since they've decided to get ugly, we get ugly right back. Once we get our engines, we take their shit.
That drop ship may be better armed than ours.
Yeah, and the thing is that the pirates have a way for us to get out. There's a pirate jump point.
Plus, if we get out and we pop up back in civilization, their lives are forfeit anyway.
Okay. It's just
Mind
they
you,
would've-
in character, Gareth would agree with you, except for the fact that he honestly just doesn't consider them to be worth their time.
So
Yeah, just forget that.
you guys are at the jump point of Vega, one of the most important systems in the Draconis Combine.
Yeah.
So even if you guys get back to your jump ship, the captain of that thing probably is not going to let you dock.
Exactly, and we don't have the fuel for another burn.
So we're gonna. So
Nice.
I'm gonna get on the line back to Annette and Mora, and I'm gonna let them know, hey, we need you to rig a landing system. We're trading the two salvaged mechs for
Is this-
engine parts.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. James pipes up over. He's like, "You need someone to build some freaky shit? I'm on it." And Annette kind of she makes an odd noise that you don't really recognize and says, "Yeah, James is on it."
What is he going to do?
So
Build some freaky shit. Apparently.
Isla's, all right, give me a couple hours. I'll come up with something.
The problem is, we really have a couple of hours?
You have 48 hours. So
I thought we had 48 minutes. Never
no,
mind.
hours. He's giving you a 48-hour window.
Is someone going? Okay, this is going to be interesting.
So, you guys kind of hang out there in your mechs for, I'd say, about 6 hours, just hanging out, nervously waiting for something to happen. And give me a second, 'cause now I have to think about what James is going to do.
Glad I brought a lunch with me.
This hasn't exactly
Sure.
this hasn't exactly gone the way I planned. This was a possibility, but I didn't have every detail plotted out. So give me a second to think.
You hear Zach rummaging around in a Mari.
You bring enough for the class to share?
I thought everybody brings these along.
Okay. So eventually you see one of the mech bay doors on the dropship open up, and what you see kind of blows your mind. One of the mech carriers starts slowly descending from above.
The truck?
Yes.
Huh.
You can't really see from where, because you can only see the underside, but as it comes down, anyone have perception? Roll for perception.
I do. Okay. So I need to roll a 6.
Oh, I've succeed.
10, so I succeed with a margin of 4.
Okay.
Margin 2.
So as the thing is descending, you can kind of tell by the way the light catches at different angles that there's a series of 8 cables attached at different points to this, and it's being essentially winched down. And as it gets closer, you can see that these are actually Myanmar cables.
This is Max du Soleil.
And as it comes down to the ground, you can see that the Wolfhound is lying down on the mech carrier, and standing on top, balancing there, is the Griffin. And it gets lowered down. The Griffin starts to move, and it hooks its hooks its hands underneath the Wolfhound's arms, and kind of body drags it off of the mech carrier, and sets it down on the ground. Then the mech carrier starts to lift slowly back up, and it gets about a third of the way up and stops. And at this point, the Griffin actually jumps upward, and in like a Superman pose with its arms stretched up. And
Who's in that thing?
Give me a second.
Uh-oh.
Oh, thank God. We're good. So, jumps up, and the bottom, the hand kind of smacks the bottom of the truck and jolts it upwards, and gives it enough momentum to kind of go up the rest of the way back into the bay, and the doors kind of slam shut behind it. And then the Griffin comes down to rest, a very shaky landing next to the Wolfhound. The cockpit opens up, and someone dressed in an EVA suit comes out and appears to be visibly trembling as they move toward the penetrator.
Good job.
And Annette's voice comes over the comms and says, "That is the scariest thing I have ever done in my life."
Oh, Annette. I thought
I thought it was Rachel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have been Rachel. Now that I think of it, I forgot that you had another MechWarrior. But no, that was Annette. Annette is trained to walk mechs around.
What? That was scarier than charging a fire starter with a demo charge?
Yes.
True.
Yeah, okay.
That would have been quick. If I messed up this jump, I'd have floated off into the depths of space to die of starvation and dehydration. Yeah, this was scarier. So she gets over to the penetrator and grabs hold of like one of the handhold ladder pieces for climbing up into the mech, and just kind of hangs on there. She says, "All right, boss, don't screw up the return trip."
You got it.
And around this time, a small sealed cargo truck comes out and drives up right about there. And the guy says, "Engines are inside." So you need 2 of them. These are big. I don't know, but
old antenna maybe.
They make trips back and forth, and they bring out the engines. And each engine is big enough that you're gonna need to hold on to it. A mech with arms is gonna have to grab hold of it.
Okay.
Yep.
No, we could just put it on top of the mech carrier.
The mech carrier's already back.
That's my point.
So
Annette, so like, yeah, if you are you vocalizing that plan?
Yeah.
Annette comes over and says, "Yeah, no, that's a one-way trip. We rigged that up, but it's not going to work a second time. The Myanmar strands, they're practically shot now."
All right, got it.
Val, you and Gareth grab the engines.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, we won't bother moving the pieces around for this. It's not really necessary. But you guys grab the engines. I'll have
we
you.
also get the antenna, like a new antenna.
You didn't ask for an antenna.
You gave him the parts list, though, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
Now, presumably that would be on the parts list.
They haven't got a long range antenna.
Okay.
But presumably there's enough, like every other piece that we're missing that would get us space worthy.
Yes, they've given you enough that you will be able to
Okay.
make it to the other jump ship, which will know that you're coming, so you won't need long range comms with it.
We
Okay.
are going to need landing permission from Oriestes, or they'll think we're hostile.
That's a bridge that will be crossed when we get to it. All right, so I'm gonna have Gareth and Val make pilot skill rolls.
Yep.
Straight up, unmodified.
That's a boxcars.
Ooh, boxcars. Go ahead and add a skill point. Gareth? 0? You there? Uh-oh, did we lose 0?
We lost comms, looks like.
Uh-oh, he lost his long-range comms array. Okay. I guess I'll roll for
Yeah,
him.
I hear him. I hear him talking in the back.
His girlfriend might have just arrived with
Might be.
lasagna.
Well, he rolled a 10, which I'm assuming is going to be
Okay.
perfectly fine.
Yes.
So, yes, you guys latch on to 2 of the engines, and you're able to return easily to the... You guys get a couple... It takes a couple trips, but you get all of your engines back to the dropship, and you guys get safely back aboard. So now it is... Roland, you're going to need to make a PSR for your return trip, because you're going to be jumping back.
Okay.
And Oswald, you're just going to be winched up, so you don't have to make a check.
Yay.
No, I saw you roll that. I saw that 5.
So I'm gonna edge it.
Okay, you're edging. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Systems
Is that 7 a success then?
Yeah, the 7 is a success.
Okay. So you lift off in the penetrator, and at first the jump jets actually kind of shudder a little bit, and you feel a little bit concerned, but they kick back in, and you're able to make your maneuver without any further issue.
Yeah, I'm gonna just be like, Annette, can you check that out when we're done?
You got it, boss. All right, you guys successfully get back aboard your ship. With your engines in tow. Sans 2 battle mechs. And James is and the technicians are already in their EVA suits. They start hauling things out to the cargo bay doors, which now actually open. And you can see that while you guys were down on the surface, James has been not only rigging up that system to get the mech hauler down to the surface, but he's also cut through the welds on the cargo bay doors.
Ooh, Jimmy Jam.
Figured we'd have heard this shit, if not seen it.
You guys weren't really watching, and we'll just say it was on the opposite side of the dropship. The dropship is side on to the surface. That's how they were able to get you out of your doors.
Back for the time being.
Oh, there he is.
Good news, you guys have successfully brought the engines back aboard.
All right.
So that's been done. He's cut open the cargo bay doors, so those open now. And they are working on getting the engines rigged up. It's about another you guys are floating adrift for quite a while. Time is just passing really slowly. And after about what seems like, you look at your chronometers, about 27 hours later, you finally hear comms where James says, "All right, that should do it. Everybody back inside." And they re-enter the dropship.
So, without long-range comms, how are we supposed to coordinate with that pirate mech point?
Well,
pirate jump point.
Well,
Our contact's supposed to handle that.
I'd imagine that they'll told them that we're coming. Richard's a good steady hand at the wheel. He could do it blindfolded. He doesn't necessarily need to be talked through. We'll be fine.
All right, I trust you.
Then when we jump it, whatever system we jump into, we can use the comms array aboard the jump ship to get landing clearance.
Okay.
It's not the first time somebody's lost a long-range comms array on a dropship.
That's very true.
All right. So you guys head up to the bridge where Richard is waiting, and he starts flipping the different switches on his station and says, "Hold on to your butts." Hits the activation switch, and everything jolts, and the ship moves. And he gives a very visible fist pump. Says, "Yep, we got engines." We have... He taps the gauge. Fuel's coming alive. Doesn't look like they took any of our fuel. They were just counting on having our engines gone. We still got a mostly full tank of gas.
All right.
We can burn. So,
Let's go.
give me the coordinates.
I will give him the coordinates.
All right. You adjust course, and the ship takes off. And you notice that actually with these engines, there's less shuddering and shaking of the dropship than before.
It was actually... That's one expensive upgrade.
Like, James kind of sheepishly shrugs and goes, "Yeah, well, these are all actual Confederate engines. They're actually designed for this ship. So the process actually wasn't that bad."
So we went from 5 engines to 3 engines, but the 3 engines are the original engines, so they work better. Got it.
We're not getting that weird asymmetric thrust issue.
Not at present, no.
Yay.
All right. So you guys, after about another day of burn, you arrive at the pirate point, and Richard does a very skillful maneuver and gets you guys docked to the jump ship. And James kind of leans back and goes, "All right, so here's the thing. This is a pirate point, not a regular jump point. This could be rough,
Oh, boy.
and there is a non-zero chance that we could all die. So if you're of a religious persuasion, start praying."
Right.
Oh, well, if anybody wants to get drunk, I'll be in the mess bay.
Yeah, a drink sounds appropriate.
Yep.
All right, and nobody tell Hudson. He's sick enough as it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get the good stuff. I'm gonna go get the black label.
Okay.
Prinsky's name, do not let me die here.
Annette is on the bridge as well, and she looks like she wants to say something, but eventually, after a moment, just kind of puts her head down and moves away from the bridge. All right, so you guys go. How drunk are you guys getting?
Gareth is on duty, so not too drunk.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
Unless he has permission to get absolutely shit-faced.
I'll take a shot.
Val's doing at least 2.
Gareth asks Ethan, "How much alcohol are you permitting me to consume, sir?"
just as much as you think you can handle without it impairing you. I'm taking one shot, and that's going to be it.
Have, sir. One for me.
All right. So you guys go and you get yourselves as plastered as you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to jump from a pirate point.
Garthor grimaces. He says, Turkina Black Label, this is not.
So everything, reality collapses it on itself, and you find yourselves in the somewhat familiar sensation of staring into eternity for a second. This time, when reality comes crashing back in, it hits like a thunderclap. It feels almost like hitting a wall, and all of you almost feel like... It almost feels like being in a car wreck and getting like caught by your seatbelt. The whole thing shudders back into reality, and it's enough to make you all fall down on the floor. But you have arrived intact.
Yay!
I rolled 2d6 and it was like anything but snake eyes. And it wasn't snake eyes, so you guys are good.
Snake Eyes as we misjump and end up merged with the bulkheads.
Misjump
Or
would
hanging out.
you would misjump, and I would not only have you in the wrong place trying to figure out what to do, I would have to roll to see if anyone died.
And also to see if we run into bird people.
Get out of my head.
Get out of my head, man! Get out of my head!
No. We show up to arrest you, but it's 3142.
Was that a Joe cartoon reference in 2026?
What?
Yeah, my head, man.
No, it's
No,
from Smiling Friends.
Smiling friends.
All right, so you guys have successfully completed your jump. You are now, because I know probably this jump isn't technically possible, but we're just going to hand wave it and say that you have jumped to Orestes.
Cool.
You are no longer above hostile skies.
Yay! Yeah, all right, good. Okay.
Congratulations, everybody. You succeeded.
By the skin of our teeth.
So, what you doing now that you're here?
I gotta figure out how we're gonna land and not get shot down.
Well, I'm going to get on the transmitter and send a message to, or James will, because he's got the one who's got the contacts here.
Well, we don't have long-range comms still because we don't have an antenna.
Does the jump ship have comms? Can't they comm for us?
Yeah. Yeah, if one of you is willing to transfer over to the jump ship, you can use their comms array.
Okay.
Like I said, it's not the first time that a jump ship has had trouble with its long range array.
Okay.
So yeah, we can have somebody do that.
All right, who's going?
Well, this isn't like before, so if Ethan wants to go, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll
If-
go.
Okay. So you head over to the docking collar, and you're able to pass through. You do notice some burn marks in the docking collars you go by from where the desk team cut you guys loose. But it looks as though it's been repaired. And you come aboard the jump ship. And the first thing that hits you is the smell. This place smells like piss and booze.
Gareth immediately dry heaves.
Marines.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
So you walk up and you are approached by a woman who looks like she's maybe about 4 feet tall total.
Oh, Linda Hunt?
No. Do you guys remember that one character from The Incredibles who Edna, who does like the uniforms?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Looks kind of like that, but with ridiculously messy hair and no glasses. So she floats over and says, "All right, so you're the guys the boss was telling me about. You guys enjoy the ride?"
Yeah.
Around this time, a cat floats by,
Uh,
and another cat, and another cat,
Oh my god.
and another cat.
Are they living or dead?
They're alive.
Okay, because
They seem to be navigating zero G surprisingly well. You guys have encountered the space cat lady.
okay, so that explains the piss and booze smell.
It does indeed. He says, "So you guys need to use the horn?
Yeah.
Yeah, a
we
couple
don't
of
wanna hear
horny
that.
boys. Come with me."
What does a litter box look like in Zero G?
I have no idea, and I don't want to find out.
Yeah.
Don't make me describe it.
Gareth mutters, Gareth mutters, "Please tell me that this is not a Nova Cat dropship."
Clan floating cat. So she leads you deeper into the ship, and as you go, there's cats everywhere, just all over the place. So many cats. There are zero G cat feeders nearby, which some of the cats are using. The cats range in all variety of breeds, some of which you've never seen before. There's different categories of food dispensers. Some of them are incredibly fat. Others look like they're on the verge of starvation. Some of them look like they might be large enough to have been predatory cats on some planets, but just kind of lazily glance at you as you go by.
Wait. Carol Baskin?
Carol fucking Baskin.
It's Carol Baskin.
And you're floating by like, I'm never going to financially recover from this. So she leads you over to her comms unit, and you are able to eventually make contact with ground control. And you explain that your long range comms are down, and they give you clearance for a specific landing pad. You are all set to begin your transit into system.
All right. All right, I will head back to the Armistead.
Okay. The lady kind of looks at you and says, "Ah, leaving already? We were just getting to know each other."
Yeah, we've got work to prepare for. Mechs to repair.
Yeah, they always do. Well, don't be strangers.
Keep that in mind.
She
there is artificial gravity on jump ships.
She winks at you as you go by, and smacks you on the behind as well.
Oh God.
This is sexual harassment, and I'm gonna take it.
She also winks at Gareth as he goes by.
He just pretends not to make eye contact.
Okay. And yes, jump ships do often have artificial gravity. This one's isn't working. This is a pirate. This is a pirate
down.
jump ship.
Grav deck, it rotates. It's
Yes,
back
this
again.
this one's is not rotating. Should have mentioned that earlier.
All right. I'm assuming James has some protocol to contact whoever his contacts are here.
Well, you haven't talked to him about it.
Yeah. Well, now I'm gonna, as we've got what, at least 48-hour burn in.
Yeah, thereabouts. So you find James up on the bridge.
All right, James. So we're here. Who are we looking for?
Well, I've got the letter from General Mansdaughter. I know he's on the planet somewhere. Shouldn't be too hard to find him. He's only one of the most important men in the inner sphere.
Okay, but can we get a meeting with him or do what we need to do, or?
Well, I don't know anything for certain, but he said if I need anything, I should get in touch with him. Well, I need something. He's a man of his word.
Let's hope
Yeah.
so.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, boss, I haven't thought very far ahead on this.
I understand. All right.
It'll be fine. It has to be. So, is there anything you guys want to do during the transit time, or do you want to skip to the surface?
I'm gonna go and just talk to you for a bit.
To who? You cut out.
I'm gonna talk to Ethan for a bit.
Okay.
Hey.
I'm gonna take the time to practice in the penetrator
Yay! All right, go for it.
because I haven't done that yet.
Okay. So as you move on to the bridge to chat with Ethan, Yukiko catches your gaze and very quickly looks back at her station and stares at it, very much trying not to make eye contact with you.
Well, I'll go to her first then.
Okay. She is
Hey.
trying not to look up. Says, hey, Zach.
You look a little bored with nothing to talk to.
Yeah.
He'll lean against the console. Just, what's up?
She looks up and says, did I hear what I thought I heard over the comms?
It's probably quite a bit.
Okay. All right, fine. We're doing this. Hey, Ethan?
Oh, I'm so sorry I let that slip.
So she looks at you, looks at Ethan, and
I
says,
get it. Okay.
I need an explanation.
Well, Lena. Well, I don't need to tell you how babies are made, but about a month or 3 weeks or so ago, I think it was. Apparently, Val donated some blood to help get James back in ship shape, and he did some casual test. He found out that her DNA looked almost exact. It was like 90-something% match for mine, or however that works.
So you guys did an actual test, and you're her father?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how that works, but I do trust Dr. Jason.
Oh, God. Her face gets very red, and she just kind of buries it in her hands. She's like, I'm dating Val's dad. Fuck. This is so weird.
Zach is kind of just cocks his head to the side like a Great Dane. It's just, well, you knew how old I was. It's not like, yeah. I mean, I'm not a spring chicken.
I didn't think of you as old. I still don't, really. It's just, she could be my sister.
Well, younger sister.
Oh, fuck.
Anything else I miss?
Yes.
What happened?
Yukiko is struggling with the idea of dating Val's dad. Like,
I believe the term the girls use these days is DILF.
like I thought she was going after you for a little bit.
No,
This is very weird.
no. Even then, she was. No, even when I didn't know, she was always been young.
Oh. She finally straightens herself up and says, "You know what? I'm not even gonna think about it. I don't want to think about it."
Okay, just one more Yeah, just one more coffin nail for my past. He's gonna go over to Ethan. All right. Sorry for jumping the gun on you, boss, but I didn't want them to think that we weren't coordinated. But
And
I mean,
I'm
without having jump jets, you guys could have gotten back to the ship without the winch.
all right. All right. I appreciate you keeping my worst impulses under control.
No, it's fine. He's just gonna go against character and just kind of leave quietly.
All right. Yukiko actually like follows you. Says, "Zach, wait a second. I'm sorry. I'm overreacting. It's just I did not see it coming, you know?"
Well, I sure didn't.
I know.
I've never had a family before. How do you think I feel?
I know. It's not easy for you. I got all self-absorbed. I wasn't thinking.
Yeah. It's all right. We're human. We're all messed up in our own ways.
It doesn't change anything for the record, just so you know.
Well, I'm glad.
It doesn't really change how I see you, but it sure as hell changes how I see her. I mean, what if we got married and she's like stops for a second and well, I mean,
No, he's gonna turn a little red.
well, look, Captain, I'd be her mom.
Step.
Yeah, but like, I'd be her mom.
Still be a MILF.
Oh, shut up. She smacks your arm and just like,
He gives her that Val Kilmer smile.
like, it's a good thing you're cute, or I wouldn't be able to stand you.
Yeah, thank God, it's the only thing I got going for me.
It's not the only thing you have going for you.
Well, we won't get into that here.
She gives you a kiss on the cheek and goes back to her station.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Who's up next?
So, we handled coordinating with James. Val, you're practicing in the penetrator. Gareth, what are you up to?
Well, first of all, are we still attached to the jump ship?
No, you have detached from the jump ship and are now doing your burn toward the system.
Okay, so Gareth is working on that little what did you call it, Oswald?
Your memoirs?
No, you're saying that guide we're working on anti-clan tactics.
Oh, it's just the course syllabus for training Val and Zach and Hudson.
Yeah. Gareth is drafting that up between having chances to chat with Mora, I suppose. I'm not going to make the same more awkward than it already is, because I know how... Yeah. I get it, Mage.
You don't need to go Forrest Gump.
I joke about it, but I don't mind. Like, if you guys wanna date the crew, we can date the crew. It's fine.
I know. I just don't want to make. I don't want to make it. I don't want to make it any more awkward than it needs to be. You know
I'm a dungeon master. Things like this happen. It's okay, dude. Like, I don't mind.
As the torso twists.
So, are you gonna try? I mean, you're still in zero. Well, actually, no. You're burning now, so you have gravity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You want to try and put the moves on Mora?
I suppose so.
All right. She is currently doing her work down in the mech bay.
Okay, so, first of all, he's going to make sure she's not like distracted by anything that could get her injured.
At the moment, she appears to be poring over a set of technical manuals.
Planner mates.
So the penetrator has a large collection of haphazard papers that roughly collate into a tech manual, but it's
and that's what she's looking over.
Yeah.
Or at least the translated version.
So yeah, he sort of walks up to her side and he just quips, "So, Prototypes,
She doesn't respond. You'll notice that she is wearing the very nice headphones that you gave her, and probably hasn't heard you.
So he taps her on the shoulder.
And she kind of jumps and then looks over at you and then smiles and takes off her earmuffs like, "Oh, hey, Gareth, what's up?"
Well, I can see the headphones are working nicely.
Oh, were you trying to talk to me? I'm sorry.
I was just coming down to see how you were working on the. These are the penetrators documents. Quiaf?
Yes. Yeah. I think anyway. It's hard to tell. They're such a goddamn mess. She kind of holds up like 4 different stacks of papers and like, I've got this one is chronologically before this one, but it has page numbers as if it comes after these 2. And the reference materials in the index point toward this one over here, but not this one over here. This one is just a glossary of terms that I don't even understand with the definitions. She just kind of drops the whole stack down on the table. So basically, if I need to know anything about this mech, it takes me about an hour to figure it out. Eggheads, I swear.
Well, I can tell you a story about that. I used to do documentation control like that. They don't like to train.
So anyway, you need something?
Perhaps. I have the
Yes.
Use
you
your
could
words,
tell.
Gareth.
I know you could. She would be able to tell that he's clamming up, and he asks, "So, what do you enjoy doing to entertain yourself?"
Entertain myself? Well, she kind of holds up the headphones and says, "Well, I do like listening to music. Oh, turns out you can actually connect these things to a player. You see, there's a cable running down from it to a tape player on her hip. It's
That's
like
badass.
so." That's pretty cool. Protects your ears and lets you listen to music at the same time. I do some of that. Are you talking like aboard ship or like when I'm on the planet?
In general.
In general. Well, I like to read.
Well, I just so happen to have finished writing my own book. I'm going to be sending it off to a publisher.
Really? I didn't know you wrote.
Well, it is my first attempt, but
I didn't know you could read.
They teach you tube
No,
they teach you guys you tube babies how to spell, huh?
He isn't. She would be able to tell that he's trying to come up with a sarcastic quip in response to that, but
She is
he visibly gets flustered when he can't.
Advice.
she gives you like that innocent look, like she's waiting for you to give a snarky comeback, and she's kind of amused that you're unable to.
Find out if she's English.
I'm sorry, what was that, Oswald?
Let's find out if she's ticklish.
Jesus Christ, dude, calm down. They're still in the
Well.
talking phase, my guy.
Bunk straight to horny jail.
You guys have put way too much emphasis on the on ticklish.
No. Damn it! I'm probably
Poker,
I'm
I hardly
stumped
know it.
out of character too.
So
It's-
she bails you out a little bit. Says, "Well, if you wrote a book, I wouldn't mind reading it if you were willing to let me."
He says, "I happen to have a copy of it on this disc here."
Oh, she takes the disc and says, "All right, yeah,
Roll and check your connection.
I'll give it a read." Roland, you there? Uh-oh, we lost him.
Lose a Roland.
Yeah, Roland
Yeah.
jumped it.
We're down a Roland.
That's all right. We don't need him at the moment. So she pockets the disc and says, Yeah, I'll give that a read tonight.
I'd appreciate any feedback you can give me.
Sure. So, what do you do for fun?
Uh, well, you you remember that time we were on what was that world? It may not seem this way, but I am actually not terrible at singing when I'm within my range.
I've heard about your singing abilities.
When I'm out of my range and inebriated, I am definitely not exactly the most talented at it, but
Okay, so you play any instruments, or?
I do play an instrument, as a matter of fact.
Oh yeah.
He reaches into a pocket and pulls out a harmonica.
She actually laughs when she sees you pull that out. So, okay, I'm not dissing it. I like the harmonica. It's just I wasn't expecting that. Big bad Jade Falcon Warrior likes the harmonica.
Who knew?
Well, one finds ways to entertain themselves on long patrols.
I'm something of a musician myself.
Oh, do you play?
Drums.
Of course, she plays drums.
You
So-
had my curiosity. Now
She
you
actually
have my
reaches over
attention.
to her toolbox, opens the lid, and then tucked up on the underside of the lid is a pair of wooden drumsticks. She spins them around very skillfully in her fingers, and then raps out a pretty sick beat on the tabletop. With a combination of smacking the table and the toolbox and the stack of papers, she actually kind of does something that resembles a drum set.
Good hand-eye coordination.
Doesn't
Well,
match
how
up
hard-
very well
how
with
hard is she
harmonica
hit?
music.
How hard is she hitting those?
Why do you want to know that?
If she hits them pretty hard out, Gareth is going to quip. How many pairs of drumsticks do you go through?
Okay. She says, about... Well, they tend to last me a few months. Of course, I don't normally play them out here. I play them on my drum set,
Ah,
which is, unfortunately, not a board. I share a berth, so, roommates don't tend to enjoy that kind of thing.
I'm aware it was not that different for the Simcoe back when I was with the Jade Falcons.
They don't appreciate harmonica music over there?
Nig, there is more just... We have certain restrictions on the idea of personal property in the clans.
Oh. I get it. I don't get it. So she says, "Oh," but you kind of get the idea that she doesn't really understand.
Ownership of most items in clan society is communal, as opposed to individual.
Oh. Hey, Roland's back.
Yeah, my power's out.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Any
All right.
idea why?
Well, I'm gonna write it off to the shitty weather we're having.
Alrighty.
That would do it.
Wow.
You're okay.
How bad is it
roll
over
for
in
you if we need
Lewiston?
to.
We're not that far apart.
It's windy.
Huh.
Well, I
It's
guess we're okay
it's
for now.
completely
We can
dead
roll
over
for you.
here.
Yeah.
And I suppose this is where Gareth also starts to get into adding, well, and this communal attitude extends to more than just property.
All right, we'll get back to that in a second. Roland,
Yep.
can I have you? It's like this is the phone where your breath sounds are like super loud.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'll have us do, if your power doesn't come back, we'll have you message in.
Give me a second.
Okay. Oh, your tabletop sim is back.
Okay. There we go.
Oh, you're all good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Power back, huh?
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mora looks over at you and says, what do you mean by that?"
This is where he starts to clam up a bit more, and he adds, well, interpersonal relationships are, well, attachments are not considered to be clan-like for the most part.
Oh.
Though this is where he adds, although some rules of our society are not as easily enforced, especially those that govern something so human.
Are you trying to tell me that you've got a girlfriend back home?
Once. Although I do not think that she is among the living anymore.
Oh. So that's why you went off after Tukiyid, isn't it?
Her name was Naomi Matlov. She was the Star Commander and led the point of elementals that protected my battle mech during the invasion. We were quite close.
I'm sorry to hear that. I don't really know what to say. I don't think I've ever been that close to anybody.
Ever?
Not really. I mean, when I was in the academy, there was a boyfriend here or there, but nothing really serious. Just partying, having fun. Not really thinking about much.
Well, then, have you ever considered just taking a chance and seeing what happens?
Taking a chance, huh? She kind of she kind of leans back and folds her arms, but she's still smiling. She says, "Gareth, are you trying to ask me out?"
See, and that's when Gareth actually goes a step further. When you're saying taking a chance, he just leans in and steals a quick kiss.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Charisma.
Leans upward.
Uh-huh.
He sets to stand on tiptoe. All right, let's give it charisma roll.
Yep.
No
And
whammies.
I needed a 7. I got a 7.
Okay. So she looks like she's not necessarily surprised that you tried to kiss her, but that it's just happened maybe slightly sooner than she expected. And she smiles at you and she says, "You know something? You get flustered so easily. I was not expecting you to do something bold."
Well, You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
That's true.
And then that he goes pale. He says, "Damn it! I used a contraction again. It is contagious."
She kind of she puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Yeah, sorry about that. I'm afraid it's terminal." And her hand clamps down on your shoulder and is not letting you go, pulls you closer, and then she kisses you.
Oh, baby.
And she kind of winks and says, "Meet me in the lounge in an hour. I get off my shift then."
Bargained well and done.
Okay.
And the next has Dr. Bashir treating them in the med bay.
All right. So that's taken care of, and you guys are now landing on Orestes.
Orestes.
Yep. That's
Sensors indicate friendly dropship has entered atmosphere.
ETA dropship, 1 minute.
Thank you,
Now,
Lynx.
Now you may wonder the reason why I decided to Gareth plays harmonica. Well, the answer is it fits in a pocket.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
At least you didn't choose recorder.
That would have been funnier, but no.
Question 1, do you know someone with kids? Question 2, do you hate that person?
Exactly. Do you want them to hear hot cross buns a million times?
Buy your
One a
children.
penny, two a penny. Yeah.
Life going too well? Buy your children a recorder. You will certainly not regret buying your children a recorder.
I broke mine using it as a lightsaber.
Oh. All right. So you land on the planet of Orestes, whichever planet in the Orestes system that is.
Be back in a sec. Gonna check on the family.
Okay.
you can arrest these nuts.
I swear to God, Roland.
Do you need me to roll anything for the penetrator data collection or anything like that, or?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. It's too slow and it doesn't jump.
Yeah, the jump is a little squishy on your prototype model.
Oh, it does actually jump. Okay.
It does jump. Yeah, he was able to
Okay.
successfully jump back to the dropship,
Okay.
but they
okay.
sputtered a little bit on the way up. It was a little weird.
Okay. Then yeah.
Yeah,
Cal's
that goes in
biggest
my
complaint is-
that goes in my report to Callum.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now that you have arrived on planet, what do you guys want to do? Who's doing what?
I guess we're gonna go and need to resupply. Me and Rachel can handle that.
Okay. James has drawn up a list of all the things they need to get the Armistead back into its regular condition.
Okay.
I'm going to say repairs are probably going to cost you about, I'll say 20,000.
And so after that, I am probably going to go to meet with whoever our contact is.
Okay. So James leads you over to essentially a phone booth. And he goes inside, looks through the phone directory for a minute, leans out and says, "Hey, boss, got any change?"
Yeah, I'll have my spare change.
Thanks. He closes the door, puts the credit pieces in, and is on the phone for about 15 minutes. And then he pops back out, says, "All right, I've got an address. We have an appointment set up for 3 p.m.
Okay, what time is it now?
It's about 11 a.m.
Who's going?
Yeah, we can bring anyone we need to."
You and Zach.
Me and Zach? Okay.
I mean, your kid, this is your contact.
Yeah, they might want to speak to the head of the Merc outfit.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm going.
Oh, you're coming. Oh, I thought.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
You, me, and Zach.
Oh, got it. Okay, cool. All right. Neat. All right, so that's you guys. Your plan. Val, what are you going to be doing?
I should probably roll to see how she's avoided if she's going to have another meltdown or not at at her commanding officer. Um,
Okay.
So-
For what?
well, revealing over the comms of what she was
Oh.
trying.
Oh no.
So
Oh yeah.
so
Before we do, after we
well, I
do
should
the
probably
meeting-
I should roll first, honestly. So would that be mental or intuition or what would it be?
Oh, I think this should be mental.
Social? Okay.
I'll
Okay,
I'll
so
let you pick the
9
modifier again because this is your character's psychosis. So, however,
I think she's being like I think at this point it's just sort of like one after the other after the other. I would actually give her a -1. 'Cause
so
she's
if you
kind
say,
of exhausted right now.
so are you rolling to avoid a meltdown or to have a meltdown?
Yes, to avoid one.
Okay, then.
Having one actually takes too much energy that she just doesn't really have right
Oh,
now.
okay, I see what you're going for. Okay, all right, go for it.
Okay, so I need a 7. Okay, and I got one.
Oh
I'm-
man.
Yeah, that was lucky.
Okay, so you are not having a meltdown.
Okay, so instead of being explosive, she's kind of got this cold, cool, just detachment about her. And yeah, I think she's probably just going to spend some time studying medicine since she's got the penetrator stuff out of the way. So
Okay.
she's, yeah, just going to hide in a room.
Okay. You're in there for maybe about 2 hours when there is a knock at the door.
It's open.
The door opens and in steps Richard, and he kind of smiles sheepishly and says, "Brought you some coffee."
And yeah, she will feel her jaw untighten. She will feel the tension in her shoulders relax gently. And she'll even feel herself smile despite herself and accept the coffee. Oh, aren't you sweet?
Well, I have my moments. Mind if I sit down?
Yeah, sure.
He
Just-
pulls a chair up from one of the desks and does like the Commander Riker thing with like
Yeah. Oh, God.
sits down in the chair and he says, "So, I'm guessing you probably don't want to talk about it much."
And she's kind of just like, well, I just keep asking myself, where am I going to go, right? Like, I keep thinking of every vile, nasty thing that I could justifiably yell, but what good is it going to do? Because if I walk off the ship, now I'm stuck in Orestes, right? And we're about to head into clan space anyway. And yeah, Zach is my biological father. So I guess I just have to take it on the chin and wait until after we get back, assuming we don't get captured by barbarians.
Is Zach that bad?
No, she's not referring to Zach that way. Just the fact that she got her secrets let out. That's what
Oh.
she's meaning.
It's like, were you planning on keeping it secret indefinitely?
No, I just was planning on telling it just kind of, well, we had engine sabotage and just the moment didn't come out right. And then Black Sheep Actual just let it out casually in combat and everybody heard it and now everybody knows and, well, there we go. I guess we just gotta kick me further while I'm down.
Life
That's
has
life
a
in the periphery.
life has a way of doing that.
Yeah.
He kind of leans back in his seat and just. Yes, you've definitely had it rough the past few weeks, I can tell.
Yeah. And she just kind of runs her hand through her hair a little bit. So, I guess being blown up in combat doesn't sound too half bad at this point.
Oh, don't talk like that. Well,
And she kind of just
I'll tell you what. We're getting into, well, my home territory now. I happen to know the city, and I was wondering if perhaps you might, like to go and spend an evening unwinding a little bit.
And she's gonna say, sure, provided that we have actual operational security, because now I'm afraid to leave this thing lest it fall apart on us.
Oh, it won't fall apart. We're out of Kirita space now. Danger's probably behind us. But I have heard that you enjoy dancing.
Yeah, you could say that.
Well, I happen to know a place. If you'd be willing to accompany me.
What kind? I mean, the kind I usually enjoy tends to involve black lights and thudding electronic beats to it. Although, if you had something else in mind...
And I'm back. What a miss.
Nothing.
Okay, so yeah, something kind of cool.
Well, we are in a scene right now, so we'll get to you in a second.
Okay.
So, Richard says, "Well, that's not exactly my kind of scene, but if you'd be willing to, I believe the young men say, give me a chance, I might be able to. I think you would enjoy yourself."
Okay. I got some clothes. I mean, is it a fancy place or is it more casual?
Jeans and a t-shirt.
Okay.
I got friends in
Sure. That sounds
places.
fun.
All
Okay.
right.
She
This
finds her mood's warming a little bit.
This evening at around 7 o'clock. Don't eat dinner.
Okay.
We'll eat there. You'll love the
Okay.
food, trust me.
All right. Thanks, Enterbomb. And she kind of smiles.
He kind of winces a little bit at the name and smiles back. You're welcome. He gets up from his chair and walks out.
Okay. And she pauses for a second and looks at the medical text, puts it down, and then looks up. Wait, did he just ask me out?
Yeah.
And that's where we cut away.
Okay.
So yeah, just a quick interjection. If you're wondering what I stepped away for, the neighbors brought over a housewarming gift.
Oh, cool.
Yep, they gave me a crawfish boil.
Oh, wow.
God damn.
Uh-huh.
That's good.
Uh-huh. Welcome to Cajun country.
Wow.
All right.
You got old feet.
So, while you were gone, they started getting set up to go meet with General Man's daughter. What's Gareth gonna be up to? Is he gonna go with them, or is he staying aboard the ship? Or
Well, okay. Is this conflicting with the plans with Mora or not?
no, that was during the burn. So you guys spent an evening hanging out in the lounge.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, Gareth is going to meet with General Man's daughter as well because, being the clanner, he might have some useful insight.
Okay.
You might also provoke it.
I don't think that's a concern.
I was about to say he's a general. He should be disciplined enough to handle it.
Oswald, something's brushing your mic, dude.
I think that's the cable.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say, you're not eating chips again, are you?
Nope.
All right. So
just a word for the audience here. What I'd said before we started this is that if we hadn't already given him the call sign of Corn Dog, his call sign was going to be Captain Crunch.
Don't allow me to demonstrate why. Or don't make that. Don't.
no, we're not going to demonstrate why while we're on air. All right.
Crunch.
So you guys get loaded up into a taxi, and you make your way toward the Kungsarme's headquarters. Along the way, you notice that the city is kind of in rough shape. It's definitely overcrowded. The traffic is appalling. There's homeless camps on the sides of the streets, and in back alleys, there's just tents all over the place. And there's sort of like an air of tension going through the whole city. as you drive through it. Everyone looks pissed off all the time.
I got a bad feeling about this one, boss.
So there aren't any major... Yep, there aren't any major obstructions. But for the most part, like, you can tell that there's a big undercurrent of discontent going on here. You arrive at the Kungsarmé base, you present your credentials at the gate, and they let you inside. And you are brought into the main headquarters. They bring you to a conference room, and standing inside are two men, both of whom you'll recognize. One is the aforementioned General Mansdaughter, and the other is Hakon Magnuson.
Damn.
Elected Prince Hakon Magnuson?
Correct.
Ooh.
And upon seeing them, upon seeing Magnuson, James kind of goes pale, and he freezes up in the doorway, and his jaw just drops open.
Your Highness?
I can read the room.
And
I don't know how to-
Magnuson approaches James and holds out a hand and says, "You must be Mr. Eklund. The general has been telling me about you." Yes, sir. That's me. Well, I can't stay long, but I will say that I wish you all the best of luck. It's a very important and brave thing what you're about to do. And with that, he shakes all of your hands in turn and leaves the room.
Huh.
Mansdaughter kind of... He kind of shifts a little bit and says, "I apologize. I had to say a few things to him in order to make the gears turn." So...
Okay. So what does he think we're doing?
Well, we'll get to that. On the first hand, however, how are all of you? I trust your trip here wasn't too stressful.
Zach's gonna shoot Ethan a look and smirk.
Just one of those surprise visits from the Draconis elite strike teams.
Oh, yes. I've had a few of those myself in my career.
Yeah.
They tend to pop up when you least expect them. And it's always a problem when they do.
And how?
So, what you had a brush with Kiritan commandos? What happened?
I guess they got butthurt over what we did on Styx.
Ah, yes, we heard reports that some rumors, rather, that one of their major steel foundries had been hit.
It's no rumor.
Oh,
I see. I imagine they weren't too pleased about that. But it seems you escaped.
yeah.
Well, that's excellent news. That bodes well. Mr. Eklund, I would like to begin. I know I prefaced this in my letter, but again, now that we're in person, I would like to extend my condolences for your wife. She was a remarkable woman, member of my command staff. She was incredibly reliable and very brave. She deserved better. And James just kind of sadly nods and looks down at the floor. Here's the situation. Your particular dilemma is not unique. There are a number of similar situations developing all across the former Republic. It would seem that the repatriation agreement with Comstar was largely... well, it's largely being ignored by the clans.
That's why it looks like we're about an inch away from a civil war over out there.
Well, there's already a great deal of unrest out there, and I would imagine that the clans want more loyal laborers, given how unwillingly the people are being folded into their labor castes. The Russelhog people don't take kindly to being put in places against their will. So if there's a chance to grow up a new generation from scratch, they're going to take it. Susquehanna is one world among many that has the exact same problem. He motions toward the chairs around the conference table. Please, take a seat.
Right, I will do so.
Right. So everybody sits down, and he says, as I'm sure you can imagine, morale in what's left of the Republic is not exactly high.
Yeah.
Tukiyid was a great victory, but, well, there's almost nothing left of our Republic. And what remains is overcrowded, and the competition for careers and work and all that sort of thing is quite fierce, given the limited resources at our disposal. People have fled to Orestes from all across the Republic, and, well, the world is overtaxed, as I'm sure you noticed on the way in. It's been a long time since we've had any kind of win. Certainly, there's the military victory at Tukiyid, as I said before, but the people have lost so very much, and they're only looking like they're standing to lose more.
So if Scrappy Merc unit can come back with a dropship full of rescued kids,
It would absolutely be a godsend to this Republic and its people. Free Rosselhog would be forever indebted to you.
I think we'll need to do some repairs on our dropship first.
yeah.
Well, I think I can help with that. We've been kicking around the idea of a rescue mission for quite a while. Unfortunately, the Kung's army is already stretched thin, and, well, we're a known quantity at this point. It would be very difficult for our operatives to get anywhere. But a mercenary unit crazy enough to try... He stands up from his seat, says, "Why don't you follow me?"
Okay.
He leads you out of the headquarters building itself and to a limousine. And you board up in the limousine and you start to drive across town. The ride passes in silence. You do notice on the drive that General Mansdaughter looks exhausted. This is one of the most tired men you've ever seen in your life. But he's holding himself as well as he can.
Admirable.
He's trying his best. He gets... you drive, actually... Not to... You drive to a facility near the spaceport. It's a rather large warehouse-like building. And he walks you inside. And you go through the doors. And inside this place is a dropship.
Okay.
A Deny-class dropship.
I know what it is.
Big boy.
Yeah, the periphery.
Says, this is a special dropship. An idea that we rather shamelessly stole from the Taurian Concordat.
What is it?
Best dropship ever made.
Well, it's a perfectly normal Deny-class dropship. From the outside, at least.
It's a Q ship, isn't it?
This is something that we call the Trojan.
It works for the Sea Dogs. It works for us.
The Deny class is very versatile and looks like an ordinary... is a fairly standard cargo dropship. This one, however, is equipped with 6 LRM-20s, a pair of large lasers, and 12 medium lasers. You will notice that they are not visible. That is because they are hidden behind blowout panels around the hull.
Sorry, I missed a good chunk of that. I was having a crawfish while it was fresh. So, what a miss in a nutshell.
Everything. You're just going to have to pick back up where we left off.
Check the MechWarrior channel.
We be flying your dropship for this mission?
If you would
Okay,
like,
so
I think it
we are
would...
getting a new dropship.
It would get you the best chance of success, I believe. It would certainly draw less attention than, well, No
Yeah.
offense, Mr. Eklund, but your ship is definitely a unique specimen. His face goes a little red, and he's like, "Yeah, I guess it is. I don't really know what my plan was." Like, well, fortunately, Mr. Eklund, you don't necessarily need a plan. We've got one. If you would be willing to take this dropship and go acquire Susan and her compatriots from Susquehanna and return them to us, you're more than welcome to keep the dropship and anything else that you might need, as if it's within my power, I will ensure that you get it.
100% salvage rights.
Definitely.
Zach is going to look at James like, your crew going to be able to handle this monster?
Not on their own. It's a bigger dropship than what we're used to. And the general says, "Well, the ship comes with a crew. You've got gunners already, and there's also a few enlisted men who man the different systems. It does need a captain, though."
And what are our plans to abscond with the children exactly?
The particulars I'll have to leave with you, but Susquehanna does have a resistance network, and we can put you in touch with them, as well as several others en route.
Sir, begging your pardon, but we could probably also use some more infantry. Do you think there's anybody here that we could hire on?
Mercenaries in Rosselhog space? I'm afraid they're few and far between.
Okay.
That being
Garrett
said,
keeps,
the resistance movements will definitely be willing to give you infantry assistance wherever they can.
Zach will nod.
We can hire permanently when we get back to outreach.
This is where Gareth will interject. Inferno SRMs would be most useful under these circumstances.
I will see what I can do.
That's what he adds. If we encounter battle armor, they are particularly susceptible to incendiary weaponry.
Yes, we've become rather familiar with this effect of fire on elementals in the recent war. You may recall that we've rather been forced to handle the brunt of it. Our munition stockpiles aren't vast, but I will get you whatever we can spare.
Out of character, I made sure that we got plenty of that one before we left outreach. Never know when you're going to need incendiaries.
Come, let me take you inside your new ship. So,
And on a note regarding your comment links, yes, but there are also wolf forces on Susquehanna as well.
So the general leads you up the ramp and aboard the ship. And the first thing that you notice is a decided lack of mech berths. It looks like a very standard cargo ship.
How many mech bays are there?
There are 8 of them.
Okay.
You can't see them at the moment because he moves over to one of the bulkheads and presses a panel. There's no switch there, but there's a panel that, when pressed in the right spot, the entire bulkhead shifts off to one side, revealing an alcove that is big enough to fit a mech.
How about fighter bays?
There are no fighter bays on this ship. However, we could retrofit one of the mech bays to fit your fighter.
Okay.
That would take us maybe 2 days.
Okay. We probably do that en route as well.
Out of character, the Deny and the Trojan are very easily to be modified. That's
Yes.
the idea. So they're large enough to actually fit a full company of mechs, but how much you want to devote to other space and concealment
Yes.
is up to you.
Yes. So you can fit 2 lances of battle mechs in this particular dropship. more if you're willing to have them out in the open. I would recommend against that. What we would do is fill you up with a fairly standard cargo. A cargo with a full bill of lading headed directly for Susquehanna. Everything would be legitimate if they checked out the credentials. The ship would be inbound from the Lyran Commonwealth. Or the Federated Commonwealth, excuse me.
Any booze?
Plenty of it.
This is gonna be a good trip.
Provided that they don't look... Even if you are boarded, your mechs would be hidden, and it would look like a normal cargo. And as I said...
Another question.
Yes.
Do we have any intelligence on exactly which units are in garrison on Susquehanna?
Well, we're not entirely sure. We believe they may be Beta Galaxy.
Huh. Oh, those guys again.
Beta Galaxy, you say?
That was our last intelligence. But I know that garrisons do tend to shift around a bit, especially since, having lost their bid for Terra, the clans seem to be eyeing up each other at the moment. The wolves and the ghost bears in particular look like they're not too far from coming to blows. And the Jade Falcons on the other side, well, something very nasty is about to go down over there.
The wolves and the ghost bears, both want Susquehanna.
Well, perhaps not Susquehanna in particular, but all along their border regions, there's already reports of small skirmishes, batch-alls, that sort of thing. More than usual. It could escalate.
I have an idea, boss. I know it's flying in the face of what I said before about keeping it simple, but there's one thing I heard that Gareth here told me about the Ghost Bears is they respect family. I'm thinking if they're having problems with the wolves in this system, in this area, if we can find some of those Ghost Bears and let them know that we're here to give the wolves a bloody nose and get some kids back that want to see their families again, they might not help us out, but they might actually give us a diversion.
Aerith, what do your experiences with the Ghost Bears tell you?
The Ghost Bears are, well, they are stereotyped with good reason, as the wait and see clan. They are very methodical and tend not to decide decisively in favor of one group or another until it is clear what the outcome will be.
I would advise against it. The thing about the Ghost Bears is, yes, they have their own sets of families, but when it comes to ours, well, during the invasion, they didn't seem to care all that much.
On the other hand, they can be opportunistic. And that can be used to our advantage, if we are cautious.
Ultimately, it is your decision.
There's something to hold on to.
I will leave the dealings of the operations up to you. However, I'll provide you with a list of contacts at every jump point, every system that you will jump into en route. Should you need to make planetfall for one reason or another, you will not be alone.
First piece of information we're going to need is the location of the kids and the defenses of wherever they are.
That I can provide you with. We've had contacts on that world, and they've been making a push. Come with me. He leads you up to the ship's command center. And
So something I should note as well, out of character, is Gareth would know almost nothing about Beta Galaxy, because Beta Galaxy is a brand new unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were originally Tau Galaxy, but then Tau Galaxy was so badly mauled at Tukia that they had to reconstitute it into a new unit. So he would know next to nothing about these guys.
So they are, but they are veterans. We know that.
If they, well, some of them are, others are replacements brought in from Civcos.
Okay.
But I can guarantee you, none of them are local recruits. The Wolves are not at the point of accepting freeborn locals yet. Even the Ghost Bears are just kind of just starting trial runs with that.
General, what kind of equipment are we going to be looking at?
At this point, likely second line, because the Clan Wolf Tumen is still recovering from losses at Tukiad, so you're not going to see as many Omnimex as usual.
Well, I mean, and he was addressing the general.
Oh, well, you didn't say as much. You didn't say that, so specify.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Oh, never mind.
So he pulls up a map and says, well, the capital city is the primary hub for most of the activity on Susquehanna. It's not a particularly populous world, but it does have some industry. The wards, as what the clans call them, are being kept in what was once an orphanage on the edge of town, on the west side. Security is not particularly tight. They don't expect many people to be trying to destroy an orphanage, which, fortunately, has not become necessary.
But they're going to have a QRF close by.
Absolutely. There is a garrison there. From what we've seen, it's a mixture of several different types of battle mechs, mostly what they determine to be second line, but of course, Clan second line is still quite formidable.
Just looking for a ballpark estimate.
Well, we estimate that within the city alone there's at least a trinary.
Ooh.
Might I suggest we do a dine and dash?
Gareth interjects, a quick reaction force is likely to consist primarily of light and medium battle mechs.
Almost certainly.
Clan medium battle mech can put an inertia assault mech to shame.
That depends on the battle mech, sir. The more heavily armed... Clan battle mechs tend to be built for speed. The more heavily armed ones tend to lack in armor.
Back on Golden Harvest, you guys dropped with a mix. You didn't have like a medium or a light star. It was just kind of a bit of everything. Wolves work the same way?
The Falcon Sword Trinary at the time was something of a unique case.
Well, the orphanage itself is largely protected by 2 points of elementals. They stand guard and patrol to keep the troublemakers out. We had a man infiltrate, get a look at the inside. There's not much to report inside. It's a fairly standard facility, though. Well,
That means they both won't be in the suits at the same time. They'll probably have one team off duty and one team on duty.
yes, that's what our experience has been. But should the other team need to suit up, they can be ready in as little as 5 minutes.
Remember,
I
that's
didn't
also 350 combat rounds.
Is the property around the dropship have any like large open fields, like large enough for a dropship to land?
Well, it's in a fairly rural section. It's in a suburb. If you wanted to land your dropship, you probably have to land about half a kilometer to the east.
It's not too bad. Not enough though. I would think that we would need a VTOL to do it.
We just need trucks and the infantry.
Yeah.
Your best bet, in my opinion, is to get in and out undetected, if at all possible.
Yeah.
Maintain the facade of being a cargo ship, deliver your cargo, pick up the kids. And if you make too much of a noise on Susquehanna, you're going to be dogged all the way out of that space. Fortunately,
How do we get the kids without breaking cover?
well, our men on Susquehanna may have a plan there. They haven't given me the particulars on it, but they've been working on trying to spring the kids out for a while. They simply lack the manpower and the wherewithal to get them off world once they do have them.
So we're gonna have to go undercover.
That's a possibility.
I'm gonna look at Zach. I'm like, do we really want to do this again?
Let's just go there and read the room.
All right.
Good news is Susquehanna isn't too far from the Kurita border. So if things do go south, you may still have a chance. A slim one, but a chance to get into Kuritan space.
Oh, the joy of it all.
Well, the good news is that with a new dropship, the Kuritans won't be looking for you anymore.
True enough. What are we gonna do with... I'm gonna look at James. What are we gonna do with your old ride?
He kind of scratches at his head a little bit and says, well, I don't really know. He looks around. It's a beautiful ship. It's just... Well, I'll admit, I've gotten a little attached to the old girl, you know?
Right. Okay.
The general kind of chuckles and says, we'll take good care of your ship while you're gone, Mr. Eklund.
Oh, boy.
He's like, yeah, because if you guys end up owning this ship, then I won't be an owner-operator anymore. We'd have to renegotiate our contract.
Oh, sure, we can make something favorable for everybody.
I'm not too worried about money at the moment, as I'm sure you understand.
Pretty sure we're going to need a chief tech for the ship.
Well,
you do seem to know your ins and outs.
Also, Roland, just question.
What?
Just read your DMs.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Ooh, what's this?
Okay, so and Gareth asks, one more thing, General. Where is the hyperpulse station on this world?
Well, it's not too far from here. We actually have a direct line from our command center back at the headquarters.
Well, then, He looks over Ethan and asks, would it be more convenient for us to hand my manuscript over to the general here, or should we send it ourselves?
Send it directly to Tharkat.
Sir.
Well, gentlemen, I've provided the situation. Are you interested?
Zach smirks.
I rather got the impression that Mr. Eklund was headed to Susquehanna with or without this ship.
Yeah, and so were we, because Jimmy Jam here is family, and so...
Well, in that case, I recommend taking the ship. Your odds of success will go up drastically.
Yeah, I'm in. James?
Anything that gets me closer to Susquehanna is fine with me.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Give us
We'll have the
48
modifications to the ship made. That should take us about 2 days. We'll get it moved over to the spaceport for you. We'll get into the berth right next to the Armistead.
All right.
By the way, the ship hasn't been named yet. I will leave that to you. And with that, The general exits and leaves you aboard your new dropship.
Meatball too.
James,
Yeah.
Let
you're
me
the Navy
think.
guy.
Sort of.
Meatball 2 comes to mind.
He glares daggers at you.
Yeah.
Says, oh, I think we should call it the Hill.
Why?
The what?
The Hill,
The hell?
as in AP Hill. General
American
Hill.
Military history is rusty.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
I was going to say we call her the Starlight Express, but
I like the Hill better.
Gareth just snaps his fingers a couple of times as he tries to remember that. He says, American Civil War, Quiaf?
Correct.
we could
Fitting
give it-
name, then.
We could give it a clever Halo-esque name. The Two for Flinching.
Or perhaps.
Although,
Yep.
there was another one I was going to suggest. I forget what his name was, though. I forget his name, but he was both an admiral in the Confederate Navy and a general in the Confederate Army.
Okay, we're echoing with someone. Roland, I think it's you.
You sure? No, it's I think
You know, you're echoing too. Who's echoing?
I've got no clue.
God damn it.
Might be me.
Oh, you're unmuted in tabletop sim again.
Oh my god, Bear is echoing. How can that be?
I can't seem to change that.
All right, give me a second. I have to try and figure out the fucking. No, not that. There it is. Okay, fixed it.
Franklin Buchanan. That's the guy you're talking about.
Ooh, Buchanan is a good name.
Oh,
Yeah,
You know
the guy was both an admiral and a general.
you know what?
What?
I have the perfect name for this ship.
Okay, let's hear it.
The Robert Smalls.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Killing me, Smalls.
Killing Smalls.
Robert Smalls was an American politician who was born into slavery in Beaufort, South Carolina during the American Civil War. He stole a Confederate blockade runner and captained it after it became a Union warship.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like that. I think we got the small. What is it? The Smalls.
With Robert Smalls.
Yes.
The Robert Smalls.
Robert
Today
Smalls.
will be remembered as the day that you almost captured Captain Black Sparrow.
Amazing.
Wow.
It's a cunning plan.
Oh my god, that's great.
All right, Smalls it is.
Yes. Robert Smalls, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes,
Your
the
new
Robert
dropship
Smalls.
is officially the Robert Smalls. Not the Robert Smells. That's just a statement.
You're killing me, Smalls.
All right. And with that, we're going to cut over to Val.
Okay.
7 p.m.
going
has
to,
arrived.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and check on what the family's doing real quick. Be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna dress casually in some of her casual clothes that she recently got. So yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna be having dinner, so I'll be back in a bit.
Okay. So, You head down and you meet Richard, who is waiting for you at the exit ramp of the dropship.
Okay.
He's not dressed super casually. He's actually gone for a polo shirt. So
Okay.
he's got something with a collar on it, but he's still wearing jeans.
Okay. She'll say that he looks nice.
Oh, thank you. Well,
She'll say something to the effect of, I was thinking of maybe wearing that kimono, but considering how we're outside of Korean space, it may be a bad idea to do that.
definitely. You definitely don't want to wear Japanese clothing in what remains of the Republic. They
Yeah.
hold a grudge.
I mean, it was actually really comfortable.
I'll take your word for it. I've never worn one. Well,
But anyway, okay, shall we?
indeed. This way. He leads you out, and there is a car waiting for you. It's not a limousine, but it's a pretty nice rented car.
Considering how the planet is overflowing with refugees, yeah, it's a nice car, considering the shortages of everything. Any car is a nice car.
Yeah. So he opens your door for you,
Aw.
and once inside, he goes over and gets in the driver's side and pulls away out into traffic. And after being a little irritated with the state of traffic flow and muttering about how it was never this bad the last time he was here, you can tell throughout the drive he keeps looking out the windows and just looking progressively more and more, I wouldn't say upset, but he looks like he's sad looking
Maybe
around
she'll
at it.
Say something to the effect of $1 for your thoughts.
It's just, it's the side of the war that I hadn't seen before.
Oh, just the aftermath, or I suppose the human cost.
We're more used to having to rebuild. It's overcrowding has never been a problem before.
Yeah, I can imagine that's probably a little strange.
I thought I was used to this sort of thing, seeing the impact of conflict, but it still has ways of surprising you.
Yeah, she'll nod a little bit and say, I suppose the periphery, at least on the other side, the Oberon Federation can't say the same, but I suppose the periphery should count itself lucky. It's out of this conflict, at least for now.
Not every nation is blessed with its geographical location. But enough about that. We're here to enjoy the evening, not talk about how depressed we are.
Oh no, yeah, Val's probably a little depressed herself now, so yes.
So
She's gonna try not to be a sad sack.
So he makes an effort to look more happy, though you can tell that he's largely putting it on. The sights around are kind of getting to him a little bit.
Yeah.
But you get to the establishment, and it's a fairly small place built into the basement of a larger building, and inside. It's a somewhat dimly lit but very cozy space with wood-paneled walls. There's a bunch of different booths and a bar where people are sitting around having drinks. The music is... I don't know how familiar Val would be with ancient Terran music, but if I had to describe it, it's slow music. It's clearly meant for a more relaxed type of dancing.
Sure. Not the high thumping beats or anything like that.
No. He talks to the server who brings you to a booth. There isn't a huge crowd this evening, which is odd because it seems like the only place in town where there isn't a huge crowd.
Okay.
And tucks into a booth. James looks around at the general lack of people and smiles a little bit. Says, "Well, at least some things don't change around here."
Oh, hey, that's good at least.
Definitely. So he hands you a menu. It's a selection of various comfort foods.
Okay. And if we're lucky, they'll actually have them because, again, thousands of people put damage on your logistics chain, so they may not have.
You notice that there are some
But-
items on the menu that are crossed off.
Okay. I suppose we'll do something simple. So, um, can't go wrong with fish and chips or a burger and fries.
He says they do. This place does have some of the best burgers you've ever tasted.
Okay. All right. Old Terran's delicacy.
Yes, it's not necessarily Scandinavian, but it's present everywhere in the inner sphere. You can't escape it.
If you ever do go to the periphery, don't let anybody talk you into believing that ramen noodles is a delicacy. It's not. It's cheap. It's designed to be that way.
Oh, trust me, I was at an academy. I know what it means to eat ramen noodles.
Okay. Well, she'll put an order in for a burger and yeah, like a glass of wine or something if they have it.
Okay, they when you request the wine list, the guy basically says, "Well, I've got a bottle of something out back if you want that."
Sure. That sounds perfect.
So, your food is delivered. The wine is not very good, to be frank.
Yeah.
The burger is delicious.
Okay. I mean, it's with good company, so it doesn't matter. It's nice to get out and not have to brood in her room.
So, once the food is done, Richard kind of leans back in his seat and he says, "So, I'm curious, why a
Yeah.
doctor of all things?"
She's gonna laugh a little bit and say, "Well, I've been thinking about part of why I do the things I do, especially now that I realize that Zach is my father, and I think part of it is that I wanted to prove to my old family that I could do something like that, that I am kind of important like that. But I mean, it makes money, and well, I'm not planning to fail or anything, but yeah, pilots do get injured, so if I can't pilot this rig anymore, then, well, at least I still have something that I can fall back on and help people with, I guess." And she kind of shrugs a little nervously.
I think that's very telling.
What?
Well, you think about ways to prove yourself and how to make a small fortune in the world, and yet you're still the first thing you land on is something that means that you get to help other people in the process.
Well, I mean, I suppose it's to make up for the other type of work I do.
Or maybe that's just the type of work that draws you in.
She kind of thinks about it a little bit. Yeah, maybe. I guess I've never really thought about it that much.
Well, that just means that it's even more instinctual.
I
You don't have to
suppose
think
so.
about it.
I mean, she's gonna stop and pause. Yeah, but you know that I do have a greedy streak, though, right? That's not because I'm mean. It's, well, because I got nothing left to go home to. I need to make it out here, or I can't survive.
I'm curious, what exactly constitutes making it for you?
Well, she's gonna pause for a second. Well, when my family kicked me out, again, I think it's more just to prove them wrong, but I want to be a millionaire. I want to do everything that they never thought I could. And so, yeah, I'm already a decent enough pilot, but I can be a doctor, I can be a millionaire, I can be somebody important, you know?
Could have been
Oh.
a contender.
Maybe I can be a noble somewhere. I don't know.
You know, I was in your position before. I always thought that, well, my father made me feel like nothing I ever did was going to be good enough to me with his approval. I wanted to go out and be somebody. I wanted to run off and prove myself. Wanted to show off. Wanted to show him. Put him in his place.
Yeah, exactly. You get it.
Yes, but after a while, I chased after a few things. I chased after money. I chased after a woman, I chased after prestige. And I didn't get everything I was looking for, and the things that I did get... He kind of shrugs. Well, after a while, I came to realize that what other people thought of me was far less important than what I thought of myself. I'm sure you can tell from my career choice that I didn't exactly go down the path of impressing my father. But there's something interesting about being a pilot of a dropship. I'm good at it.
Aww.
I'm good at it, and I enjoy doing it.
I mean, I'm not admittedly the smartest person in this ship, but I'd like to think I'm good at medicine. I've gotten better at being a mech pilot.
Yes. And I think from having watched you that you are coming to enjoy some things. I would just like to know that, well, I would like to see you be... Who is throwing dice across the table?
Yeah.
Can we calm down a little?
I was inventing a new sport.
I'm trying to focus over here, for God's sake.
Sorry.
Okay. It's all
God
right.
damn it, Batman.
All
Stop
right.
throwing the dice around.
He says, try to pick up where I left off. I think it's more important that what you do affects you more than anyone else. I don't know if I'm making sense, but
Well,
I can see you're an incredibly driven person. You have a lot of ambition. And having ambition is good. It can get you to a lot of different places. But at the same time, there's something to be said about being content with where you are. And honestly, where you are right now, I think is fairly impressive.
aw, she's gonna feel her face get hot and probably drink down a glass, like finish the glass of wine that she's on, and says, so give him a look a little bit. Are you like seeing anybody?
So he's taking a drink of his own beverage and kind of chokes on it for a second. Well, no. I don't tend to ask a lady out if I'm already seeing someone.
Well, I don't know what the custom is, but I mean, you don't get serious on Canopus until after, well, you know. She kind of looks at him and gives him a wink.
He looks at you a little bit blankly, and then his eyes start to slowly get a little bit bigger. And you can see like the understanding dawning on his face. His face gets beet red, and he goes, "Oh, well, is that an offer?"
I mean, we could find somewhere and just, have some fun. You seem really sweet, and I like you.
Oh, well, thank you. He kind of...
I want to do the Humpty Hump.
He looks like he's thinking a million thoughts at once, and is staring very pointedly down at the table at the moment. And after a minute, he looks back up at you and says, "I would very much like to, but I don't think that it's wise."
Now she's gonna have the wise. What do you mean? That we like each other. We should, that's just what you do.
Oh dear. Well, Miss Kingsley, might I ask?
Gay.
No.
Oh no.
I am afraid I might have to do some presuming here, but would it be safe for me to assume that this would not be your first time?
Well, that's right, but I know what people say about Canopians is a little overblown, and I've not really been with that many people, but it has been over a year now, so...
Well, that's not what I mean. What I mean is that it would be mine.
Inner sphere is running out of batteries.
The thing
Well-
is, Miss Kingsley, and I don't want you to take this as rejection, because it most definitely is not. But that is something that I have been trying to save for a very special occasion.
Okay. I mean, she's trying to rack her brain because she's never heard of this before. Because in Canopian space, yeah, if you like each other, you hook up. And if you continue to hook up and it gets deeper, then you make it official. But it's like, oh,
Do you remember
Yeah.
when you
The
asked me
opposite of
about the modeling agency?
yeah.
I told you at the time that you should present your charms with more the value that they deserve. This aspect of yourself, which you have just offered me freely, is something that is incredibly precious. Something that's remarkably high in value, or should be. I don't think it's the sort of thing you should just give to me on a whim.
Oh, she's gonna feel her face just go beet red, and she'll just kind of put her. It's. You're thinking too highly of me. It's just It's a customary. I don't know. It's just It's what we do. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it's all right. It's,
Pours
I
herself
am-
another glass of wine.
I am incredibly flattered. But
Okay. I think I understand. I'm learning all sorts of new things about the inner sphere.
well, as I said, it's not a rejection of you by any means, but if we were to do that sort of thing, it would mean a great deal to me. And I want to make sure that if I do, it's with someone who takes it as seriously as I do, because, well, I'll be honest, I tend to get emotionally attached when I shouldn't.
Oh, so you're like talking like everything, like everything.
Everything? I
Well,
don't know what
like,
you mean.
I'm gonna
You ever
take that
done
as a yes. Okay.
Have you ever put your ding dong somewhere it doesn't belong?
But she's going to assume that okay, that's gonna mean everything. He doesn't have exceptions to things.
I will,
Okay.
but that being said, would you care to dance?
Sure. Yeah, no, definitely.
Okay.
And yeah, she'll get up and they'll dance.
Okay. He takes her out to the dance floor. It's your slow dance type of music,
Aw.
and it's definitely a far cry from what Val is used to, and she would almost describe it as boring. The music isn't driving, it's not particularly exciting, it's just kind of gentle. And after a while, James kind of looks down, somewhat concerned. Am I boring you, Miss Kingsley?
No, not at all. I think it's really sweet.
I know that this isn't exactly your kind of scene. Perhaps I picked the wrong venue, but
maybe us Canopians should turn some of the music down a little bit from time to time.
perhaps, after all, it's oftentimes the best way to hear it. In a place like this, and what you're probably used to is upbeat dance music, the type of thing that really gets your blood pumping, drives the pulse.
Exactly.
Well, here, that's not the music's job. He looks deep into your eyes and says, that is the job of your dance partner.
Oh. Yeah, she's gonna again blush and kind of look away. It says, "Richard, I think you think way too highly of me. I'm not that."
Panty saturation has been
Yeah,
achieved.
she's definitely.
Okay, all right. Richard now has a call sign. Richard's call sign is now Jiff. Because
Jeff.
he is smooth like
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's more than a little bit interested,
Look.
shall we say?
to your phrase there about thinking too highly. It says, I would say that I disagree. I think that you don't think highly enough of yourself.
Well, until a few weeks ago, I thought I was higher up in the world than I am now, but that's not to say that. I don't know. It just made things more complicated, and I've tried to figure that out.
Well, your position in the world does not dictate your value.
Oh my God, this man! Jesus Christ. Yeah, she's
Need a broom?
they're
Needs
gonna
a
need
mop.
He's sweeping her off her feet. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
mop, mop all day long. Mop, mop, mop.
Need a breath mint.
Okay. Well, she's gonna be at a loss for what to say, so she'll just enjoy the moment and find herself getting a little Twitter pated.
All right. So the rest of the evening goes pretty smoothly. You wrap up the dancing, and he drives you back to the
Back for
dropship.
dinner.
Cool.
Okay.
So he brings you back up to your quarters, and at your door, as you're preparing to leave, he gives you a polite bow and says, "It was a wonderful evening, Miss Kingsley."
Yeah, she's gonna get a kiss out of him.
So, well, he like lifts up your hand to do like the kiss the back of the hand thing, but I assume that you're going to interrupt him.
Yeah, she's gonna like say, "You can kiss my cheek, you know."
He kind of stops halfway down. And looks a little bit flustered. Says, "Well, if that's what you would like, I would not complain."
Okay, and then yeah, when he goes over to kiss her cheek, she's just gonna quickly turn her head and just smooch him, and then say "Gotcha," and then wave goodnight and slide into her room.
Oh, well, no. He grabs your arm as you start to go for your door, pulls you back, and gives you a proper kiss.
Oh,
Pulls away and
Okay.
says, "That wasn't very nice."
I don't play fair. I'm a Canopian.
That's something Dad would do.
He kind of grins at you a little bit and says,
Not with.
"Good night, Miss Kingsley."
Yeah. Good night, Mr. Ennerbaum. Oh dear.
Yes.
He's gotten under her skin. God damn it.
All right. So
She needs some wine and.
She needs a cold
batteries.
shower, for God's
Yeah.
sake.
you go into your quarters. Rachel is sitting there on her bed, and she says, she looks like she's about to start getting up, realizes that you've come in by yourself, settles back into position, says, "Alone again, huh?"
That's by design, I think.
Oh?
I just need a cold shower. Oh my God.
Oh. Well, I won't stop you.
Yeah, she's gonna get into the refresher and refresh.
Okay. And on that note, I think that's a pretty good spot to call it. We're at 3.5 hours.
Okay. Oh, okay.
We start out next time, or is everybody going to be moved over, all the mechs and all that?
Yes. I want to call it here because I think we want to have Lucen back in for next session.
yes.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I'd be more than happy to keep it rolling, but I don't want to get too far through this adventure without Lucen around.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes back and comes back to life. He's like, hey, we got a new ship, and
All right. So that's gonna be the end today. I'm sorry it was a little bit slower than I had planned. I thought about getting you guys into some zero G combat, but reading the room,
Handled it diplomatically.
it kind of seemed like you guys weren't too keen on it, so I gave you a diplomatic out.
I was open to the idea. It's just I have never fought a zero gravity scenario before.
Yeah, I think it would have been cool, but I'm a little nervous about railroading you guys as hard as I did. I needed something to create space and drag out time until we got loosened back.
Fair
So
enough.
I gave us a little filler adventure here.
Yeah.
So full disclosure to everyone in the chat, this was a filler episode. I probably should have said that up front, but
No, I wouldn't call it a filler episode.
we
Character
did make
development.
progress. But
Holy
I still
shit.
had a good time. So I hope you guys did too.
Absolutely.
Cool. I know we were a little low on the energy today, I feel like.
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
No, I think it went well.
Maybe I'm just psychotic. I don't know. I second guess myself a lot.
Have you cut the stream yet, by the way?
No, not yet. I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody, and then we can do our full debrief. But I want to thank everybody for joining in, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching as much as we did playing. Next time we should be a little bit more exciting with things going forward, because we'll have our full crew back, so we can actually get a little more adventurous with things. But until then, thanks for tuning in, and this is Mage Leader and Mage Squad. Oh, somebody drew dicks on the table. God damn it.
I had nothing to do with it.
It's orange. I know who did it. This is Mage Leader, Mage
Orange
Squadron, and the biggest dickhead over here. Signing off.
Nerf.
Snarf, snarf, snarf.